All right. So Freya, I'm going to need a perception check as Freya, Jerry. And Kendra, as you get closer to this scorch mark that supposedly Mr. Fisher has called out, it is a still burning little ember on the floor. Recently shot by something as an attack. And you see the recipient of the attack is a scorched Weedle.
What?
Who is fucking dead.
Oh, it's dead. Okay.
It's dead.
You
It's dead.
son of a bitch! No!
Literally the one Pokemon.
The one I was looking for.
The one that Tazzol was looking for. I stumbled across and it's fucking dead.
He killed it. I tried to revive it.
It's dead as hell. It is missing a significant portion of what it once was. It is dead as hell. You.
Alright.
Or death, if you please.
I'm the only one here. Okay. Let's see. What can I do? I know, Chloe, you want everything to go now. She's incapacitated. So her Pokemon are all out.
Oh, they're out. All but Lance, who has decided to not be part of this situation.
Right.
Fister is
Just because he feels so bad. Not the fact that he doesn't want to be there, just the fact that it's just like he feels like it's his.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Firebolt and Marshall are terrified and concerned. Scramble has a iota of what's going on because of the psychic typing. He kind of understands what's going on, and Fister is very clearly concerned.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is, I think one of us has rope. Correct?
You do. In fact, we'll get your character model.
Oh yeah, I'm always ready with rope. Okay, let's see.
Don't say it like that.
No,
All right,
no, when you need some
I'm always
bondage,
ready
you
with rope. All right.
Go to roll
What are you
with
gonna do?
69.
Oh my
you gonna-
god.
Oh, God. Kendra, this is a bad time to be incapacitated. Oh, no.
God.
Well, let's see.
Firebolt, use pepper spray. What are you going to do?
Not what you guys are thinking, but okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna.
Thank God.
Jeez, you guys think I'm the worst. All right, let's see. First of all, I think I have. Alright, I'm pretty sure I haven't used any of my. I don't remember if I've used any of my fast flying yet.
Yep.
I have them, or I have used them.
You've used one to get to town. We have not had a long rest since you guys came to town.
Okay, so I still have the one left. Okay, so
Yes.
what I want to do is I guess we can try to. I'll whistle for the bird to come down, call for whichever one, which I'll roll my d4 to whoever shows up.
All right, those three take off on their own. Boom. Away they go. And the Pidgeot will now listen to your command, pick you up, using your ability to become lighter. Fister is just going to like bond himself to Kendra's arm so that he floats alongside. And Pidgeot, once they make sure that both of you are held on tight and will not fall off, they look back and they give you a sort of confirmation nod that this is where you want to go. And with a flap of wind that takes the dust and all of the dirt off of the road as if it had just been pressure cleaned, you find yourself in front of the Pokemon Center.
Because I don't know what's happening, so the only thing I can be worried about is that she's on her deathbed, so.
In a close rendition to what the move fly looks like in game, the Pidgeot will then disappear.
That was a good time.
After what is probably a good, for running about half a mile and these two frickin' booking it, you see Firebolt is in the lead, followed by Chloe and Marshall waddling his little best along. Naruto running as good as he can. Naruto running as good as he can, but falling behind nonetheless. So Firebolt, being very primal on all fours, will arrive not much more than a few minutes later, followed by Chloe, and then after a few minutes more, Marshall. In the meantime, Tazzol, you have a very damaged, to your understanding, perhaps dying Kendra. Kendra, at this point, having been yeeted essentially by a Pidgeot and tied up to such a thing through rope, you will begin to awaken from the trauma and feel the wounds that were inflicted upon you through the Well of Truth.
I'll attempt to carry her. Oh, she's waking up, but I would attempt to carry her at any time.
She would begin to wake up as you reach to try and pick her up. This is your turn to act now, Kendra.
Give me a purpose.
So I'm pretty sure at this point, through the blood loss, the being in the spirit realm, meeting truth multiple times, just having a fucking hell of a day in less than 3 hours. I'm assuming. She's gonna be very disoriented. Her ears, or her head's gonna be fucking pounding. Everything hurts. She feels lightheaded. Her vision's blurry. Her ears are ringing. She's very disoriented. And then she starts moving. So she's gonna struggle a little bit and start fighting a little bit. She's gonna start fighting back.
Fighting back against Tazzol.
Yeah, she's gonna start fighting back. And while she's doing that, her body's gonna be shaking a little bit. Convulsing, if you will.
So the damaged and bruised Kendra, who is now awakening from whatever the hell happened to her, which is good confirmation to you, Tazzol, that she is in fact not dying per se, but she does start kind of like thrashing about and falls out of your ability to try and pick her up. So we now have a Kendra thrashing about on the ground, not really striking anything, but looking like she's trying. The energy which it would take to damage someone is gone from her at this moment, but she's obviously unwilling to be handled. You may have to try something else.
She is freaking out, if you will.
Struggling.
And there, I will say this: there is a high likelihood if you try and pick her up again, she will try and punch you in the face or fight physically.
Tazzol, roll me an intelligence check.
Intelligence.
Or medicine, if you please.
Hunter, if you see where I'm going with this.
Yeah, I do understand where you're going with this. I'm hoping it doesn't come to that.
Medicine, I guess. It's a little bit better. I don't know anything.
Although you cannot pinpoint what it is that's happening to her at the moment, you can recognize the signs of delirium, and that seems to be what she's going through. You won't have any context for the fact that her mind has been shattered by being transferred through realms too many times in a rapid span, because keep in mind, for yourself, Kendra, you went from the real world to the shadow realm, back to the real world, to the realm of time and space in the span of an hour. And the human mind is not meant to do that. So you are fucked up a little bit. Oh boy, horrors beyond my comprehension. Kendra, roll me a constitution check to regain your composure for even the second long enough to do something.
Constitution?
Mm-hmm. Well, that is a good point. There is probably a good chunk of other mental health issues going on here from her encounter with what's his name. All right, Kendra, though, that you have the wherewithal to not fall back into a state of unconsciousness, but you are not going to regain your composure quickly. True. In no small part, something that you have not told Tazzol, but that you know and you are beginning to feel is a familiar, like, fear slash very uncomfortable situation that you almost believe you're in again. You're kind of reacting on instinct for something that has happened to you multiple times, and despite the fact that it is not what is happening at the moment, that is how Kendra is probably interpreting this situation, given the delirium and inability to think coherently. So, with that information, Kendra, what is it you want to do while Tazzol's just like trying to come up with what the best course of action is to do? But he's like, I don't know what to do about this.
Yeah.
Well, what she does know is that even though her mind's all fucked up, her energy's low, she feels like she's gonna pass out again, probably from being lightheaded. Her head is pounding from a massive headache. Her ears feel like they're bleeding because they're ringing. Her vision is blurred and skewed, but she fought back anyway with the lack of energy that she already has. And she knew that whatever had her dropped her on the ground. So she knows that. And in the state of mind that she is, which is a combined combined emotions of fear, just overall dread, and the fight or flight instinct of her need to fight, she's just gonna she's gonna probably remember she has a knife. She's gonna take that knife out that she cut her wrists with, and she's gonna just hold it in front of her and just back, just like on her butt, basically. She's just gonna
scooch. She's gonna scooch away.
Yeah, scooch backward. So she's in this whole moment, basically.
Okay.
Images are flashing in her mind, and all of these emotions are crumbling down on top of her.
Okay. So, Tazzol, as your saving grace here, emerging from the Pokemon Center, as people can see this happening through the glass, a small pink figure comes waddling out of the glass. You have no idea what the fuck this thing is, neither does Kendra, especially in her current state. But it looks over at Kendra, who is clearly having a moment, and it just wags a finger at her and starts to sing in this very light, harmonious tone. And Kendra just goes to sleep.
Tazzol has never seen Kendra this way.
And it snaps its finger again, and several, like 5 or 6 smaller versions of itself come parading out and pick her up and just like cart her into the frickin'
Why?
center.
I mean, that works, but why?
Why are you sideways? They yoink her because you were rotating the fuck out of yourself in the cave. Get rotated, Stinky. They bring you up.
Now asleep and was forced kind of to be asleep. She will get out of her previous mode and back into her original one.
Oh, you're just knocked out. This is like a freaking melatonin shot directly into your brain. You're done. You're out.
So as this is like all
Anesthesia
happening,
directly to the joints.
as she's having this conniption, Tazzol's gonna be having a slight breakdown where he's once again trying his hardest as much as he can, what he can do to help out, and then seeing her like this, he's probably gonna have that old nothing is working at all, and have that like slight breakdown where he almost, not a full breakdown, but it's more like a starts like before they come out, he'll be begging her like, come on Kendra, please, like I can't.
He's like trying to calm you down. He's like, I can't deal with this. I don't know what to do about this.
Like we all just went through a shit show, and he's just about to like kind of lose it. Not like her, but more like
just lose it in general.
Kind of thing where it's like nothing has been working, nothing has been going right. We're just getting this whole nice kind of shit show, You know, he's been
right.
horrified. I mean, he's been getting attacked and fucked up in some way, shape, or form.
Yep. As they see you getting carried off, Kendra, how do Firebolt and Marshall react? Fister's a little less concerned because he'll just follow. They can't really stop him. How do Firebolt and Marshall react?
Firebolt will be very familiar with what he has seen Kendra being doing, because he has seen it
Several times.
multiple times, at minimum 6 or 7 times that she's been through this, and that is just in those occurrences. There have been more just from her waking up from nightmares and shit, but literally the moment he sees her backing away, he will try and step forward to calm her down, being like, "Char, char," just being like gently, and then he'll see probably the Pokemon come out and try to help, and then once again, seeing her collapse, he'll get very defensive, and will not want to leave her whatsoever. Marshall, being the giddy, go-lucky, happy Pokemon that he normally is a little kind of bit. It's the right word. It's the right phrase. Frightened of his own master at this point, of his own friend. Because once again, he's just created. He's never seen her like this. He knows that something is wrong. So it's like yes, there was a split second of him fear by how she was acting, but then again, he knows like, okay, this is not her. I don't need to be afraid, and he will just kind of he wants to go with her, but he probably knows that he shouldn't. Firebolt will probably give him a look, being like, "Look, fuck off, like right now, like this is not a good time, buddy," and he'll just go next to Tazzol.
Okay. So Firebolt being mildly obstinate, like not being willing to walk away from Kendra, you see the pink thing look over at the ruckus that Firebolt is causing, trying to like grab on a Kendra, be like that, and it looks at him and it just kind of starts waggling the finger. Firebolt, how do you react? You have 2 choices: comply or go to sleep.
He will probably try and fight the thing.
Okay. You see, Tazzol, you see visible, like, black quarter notes just float through the air, and as soon as one impacts Firebolt's forehead, he's done.
Alright.
This Pokemon, for lack of a better word, as you look at it, like, trotting away with this little band of merry men, you see this little mark on its little chest. It has this little name tag, and it's like really hard to read. It's a word that you've never seen before, but make an intelligence check to see if you understand it. Okay. You try to piece it together. You're like, yeah. And this is all you managed to get from it.
Oh, I got it. I got it. Very clever.
I think I got what you're saying in person.
Tazzol, do you get it?
Yeah. It's the deal. Chloe, come on.
The resident you don't feel pain if you're asleep expert.
Yeah. I know,
For
Chloe,
those of those,
Goro, but they said no.
for those of you on YouTube who cannot see it, it says any style or see all gist.
They can see it at the screen cap of Tazzol's
this is
full
true.
screen. Anyhow, though, you are carted off into the. I just heard a message. You are carted off into the. What's it called? Carted off into the hospital wing. And now that I think I just heard a certain Josh join.
Joshua!
I think I heard him join. He's in the
I'm
call.
here.
Hello. Tazzol, emerging from a hospital room, which Kendra is currently being carted into, is a gentleman whom you have not met before, but who seems to be having just as difficult as a day as your own. He's a rather aged-looking man, looks a little bit grizzled, as if he's seen some things that should not be seen at someone his age. He has a little rotund golem creature trotting along by his side. He has a pretty nasty head wound, as if he's taken a fall recently. For your introduction's sake, Jerry, that head wound you're being treated for is landing on said head after having been portaled into our story.
I know how that feels.
This is Jerry. You will see, sir, yourself, a younger woman get carted off into the ER by a whole plethora of anesthesiologist creatures. Who knows what is wrong with her?
She looks like she just got hit by a truck. Like, fucking-
Something along those lines. And you also see a very concerned friend and a sleep dragon creature waiting in the lobby. As Asmodeus, who is now hanging out next to you, views a certain ghost float by and sort of nudges your pant leg a bit. Look, it's one of those. Given your specialty, sir, you recognize the Duskull that floats by, holding on to a certain Kendra.
Oh my god, I found out.
and
what
yet,
to do with
that
the
is not the only thing she has, Hunter. Nudge.
The sister's clone.
But it is the only thing that can be noticed while she's being carted by.
Fair enough. The Kofari and Kofabor are just like, can't really do anything about him. Guess he's gotta come.
He's not really making a fit of things anyway.
Is it pretty good at
So-
being dead quiet?
He's pretty good at being dead, yes. Do as you please with knowing this information, Jerry. Do you care to interact with this person that you have now seen for the first time, as they seem very concerned about the strange young woman with all kinds of grievous-looking injuries and concerned Pokemon following her along? It is probably one of the more interesting things you've seen since you've been in this world, as you've only been here for the better course of a couple hours.
Just making sure you guys can hear me, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Again.
Okay, so just making sure. No, I walk over and I inquire as to what happened.
Okay.
I will go through it without going through all of it.
Tazzol is going to give you the short of the long, which is everything that happened last session.
Last season. Oh,
Welcome to
Pokemon
season 2,
Candy.
everybody. You have
Great.
D&D Pokemon.
You could call this the start of a new season after that finale we had.
Yeah, that's true.
This is
That's
true.
Oh, season 2.
Either way, this would be like season 4 at this point.
Every
Anyway.
town that we go to is a new season.
Very good way to break it up. So, you get the short version of all the things that just happened. To an average person, Jerry, a lot of what he's saying would be like, all right, this guy's fucking weird, I'm done. But you, sir, being an expert in the arcane, understanding that the spirit realm is an actual thing, recognize the signs of someone being dragged there forcibly, and you realize that the mental strain that she's going through is not going to get treated by this hospital. It's something she's going to have to overcome herself, though the physical wounds, you're not quite sure where those came from, as most creatures in that world are incapable of physically lashing out at someone.
Most.
Well, alrighty. I'm still kind of lost. Is this all turn-based?
No, it is only turn-based during combat. You, at this point, you're just having a conversation with somebody. You speak whenever you have the something to say, I guess.
Alrighty. I got here kind of late, so I'm still sort of setting up a little bit.
That's all right. We haven't set up your Pokemon either, so the first time we get into combat, it's going to be a bit of a bitch.
I guess I'll just.
So here we are.
All right. Well, I asked Tazzol if there's anything I can do to help.
I actually am not 100% sure. Maybe. I wouldn't know anything about what Pokemon he's using, so I wouldn't have any information on that.
No, you have no idea what that thing is. It's just an interesting little golem to you.
Yeah,
I introduce Asmodeus as my Gullet, and as well as myself as Jerry to Tazzol.
oh, nice to meet you.
Here you go.
Wish it was under better circumstances. But
Yeah. Yeah, we're all kind of in a tough time right now. What happened to you?
I don't really know. I was just walking with my Gullet, and all of a sudden I was talking to two mystical beings. They were offering me a choice, but it's still very hazy in my head. Have you experienced anything of that sort?
Yeah, actually a couple times.
A couple times.
It's some weird stuff. I don't know anything of how it works. They ask me questions and tell me things, and then I just kind of picked one, and that's kind of it. I'm not.
What did they offer you?
There was a time, if we're talking about the same thing, it was a time and space thing.
You know, once again, most people talking this way would be like, okay, this guy's fucking nuts. I'm leaving. But you have the look of someone who is super into this sort of conspiracy crap. So you are somehow believable when you're talking about this mystical crap like it's real. Like somehow Tazzol is able to just confer with you and look at you like, okay, this guy probably actually knows what I'm talking about. Isn't that bizarre? And again, most people would be taken aback by Tazzol saying like, oh yeah, I've had like visions of these weird creatures that offered me superpowers. And that would just, that would cause most people to walk away, but you're like, oh yeah, totally, me too. Because as someone who deals in ghosts most of their time, not the strangest thing you've heard even this week.
oh my god, I just love how this thing is going so far. Kendra is basically getting wheeled away to the hospital. Tazzol thinks she's probably dying, although she luckily woke up first, but he doesn't know what the fuck is going on in her mind because she's freaking the fuck out. She was forced to be put to sleep and now is being dragged away. Firebolt is passed out at his feet because he has to watch him because Firebolt is unconscious. And then this random stranger comes over and he's like, well, my friend could be dying, so I might as well make a new one.
If she doesn't die, she's going to the insane asylum, so I don't know.
Hey, I need a new traveling buddy. I'm taking applications.
Could be like, hi, random stranger that looks like a hobo and is 4'5". Hello.
Oh shit! I forgot about that detail.
You're 4'5".
You're a midget? I didn't even know that.
Yes.
I'm not a midget, but I'm strange to look at.
He's like a 5 foot tall person with a really long beard all the way down.
I would have introduced you as a midget if I knew that. You're not much taller than your Golett. That's funny.
No. They are the exact same size.
Tazzle's eyes
Dude,
slowly
I really-
go down. Oh,
Hunter, I really should have drawn you just a character just to go off of because it is a character.
Golett is 3.5 feet tall, so like if you're only 1.5 feet taller than your fucking
Hunter, this entire time I'm leaning on my gullet with my chin on his head. Like it's comical.
Just like arms crossed on his head, like leaning over listening. Oh yeah, I totally believe you.
The
Like,
gullet's just peeking out from my scraggly beard. You just see two yellow eyes peering out from the hairs. The entire time I'm just kind of fishing flies out of my beard.
And Golek gives 0 fucks.
This is
He's just
fantastic.
like,
Zero.
yes.
So yeah, no,
Asmodeus
I'm looking
has
pretty unhinged.
no fucks to
And
give
he's
about.
got a fucking Dora backpack on. I forgot about that.
No, Hello Kitty, not Dora.
Hello Kitty,
Oh,
my bad.
man, hello Meowth. Is that what we're going with?
Yep. And
Yeah, it's a
I've just
pink.
got-
It's a pink. Yeah, it's a shiny meow.
Or is it, what's the yellow fucking Perugly D-ball?
No, it's not a fucking fur.
It's a Persian. It's a fucking
No,
Persian
is it?
backpack.
It's a pink Persian. There you go.
But I've got some red swim trunks on, some flip flops, and an oversized white T-shirt that is many shades darker than it should be.
Yeah, he looks like Baywatch, but 30 years out of date and out of shape.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh no, my character's not out of shape, but he's rough to look at. Anyway, so I Tazzol, what's wrong with the Charizard at your feet?
I think they put him down. 'Cause
So
it was-
charmingly. Yep.
Mr. Jerry, because that creature is outside of your wheelhouse, no one has referred to it as so to you it's just a little dragon or a little lizard.
Because you don't know what the fuck it is. You just know that it's passed out.
All right, so my character doesn't know any other Pokemon except for the ones.
You don't.
Correct.
You will know some Pokemon, but you'll have to make a history check to recognize them versus ghost types you recognize automatically.
Okay, gotcha. So what's wrong with the dragon at your feet?
No, that's hers. You got put to sleep, I guess, for being upset.
Rambunctious.
Yeah. I mean, we're all kind of feeling that right now, actually.
As soon as you say that, Firebolt's just gonna twitch his hand a little bit, just kind of jerk it
He's
a
like
little bit.
starting to wake up.
Kind of knowing like you're talking shit, and he's just like in his sleep, even though he's in his sleep, he knows you're talking shit, so he's kind of just twitching a little bit. He's just like,
I just throw a
As he
little bit of jerky
twitches,
down there, just kind of, you go.
Asmodeus goes and picks up Firebolt and just starts to rock him.
oh, oh.
He's also
Yeah, so-
gonna be pissed at this.
You get
So-
yeah. He'd be so.
He's gonna be
livid.
so mad.
Jerry then waddles on over to Tazzol and just sort of puts his arm up on his shoulder. Just sort of.
He can't reach that high.
I know, that's why it's comical. I'm like really trying.
He's like reaching
just
up,
sorta-
like
I'm
hello.
like 5'6". I'm not super tall, but I'm not your height either.
I just
Why is
sorta-
everybody in this game? Why is everybody in this game a fucking manlet? Everyone's so short.
What are you talking about? I'm 5'8". That's tall for a woman.
I just sort of look towards Kendra's direction. I'm not saying a word. I'm just sort of leaning on Tazzol, looking in that direction. As Asmodeus
Tazzol,
is
this is
cradling
applause.
Firebolt.
Tazzle, this is supposed to be endearing, but it's starting to become a little creepy as Jerry is just like reaching both of his arms up and like a. Oh, like he's gonna start like dancing with you or something. He's like trying to be endearing, but it just looks like a kid going uppy.
Oh my god.
Meanwhile, Asmodeus, who is much stronger than he looks, might add, because Firebolt's not that small. Asmodeus, this little 3-foot dude, just picks him up like a sack of potatoes and is just freaking rocking him to sleep.
I'm getting
If Firebolt were awake right now, he would burn the building down. He's not.
yeah.
He's not having a. But Asmodeus is having a great time. He's like, I have a
I
child.
don't know if that's the best thing for him, but maybe as far as I've known
Firebolt
him.
has a temper.
But Firebolt won't be too happy. Just don't want to wake up and see.
He's
this.
like,
So
I have a child.
Firebolt. Okay, hold on. I need to roleplay this for a second. Okay, Firebolt in his subconscious about his body just twitched, knowing he's like someone's talking shit. He's like,
And then he gets
I
picked
fucking
up.
know. Like in his subconscious, he's just like, I know someone's fucking talking shit. So he goes to move his arm, but it doesn't really go that far. And then all of a sudden, he's starting to get fueled because now he's like, I gotta fucking teach someone a lesson now. Like they're talking shit about me or someone I care about. And then all of a sudden, he gets this feeling like a nice cold warm hug, and he's just being rocked. He's like, oh, Kendra used to do this when I was little, and he's like, oh, this is nice. So then he goes back to sleep, and he's like, he's not gonna think about it. Little does he know that if he wakes up right now, he's gonna be very angry. He's
So,
like,
Mr.
well,
Fister's inside.
Kendra, it's okay. No one's gonna know.
Yeah, Fister followed Kendra.
So Firebolt's like, oh, this is nice. It's like this isn't real.
Marshall is never going to let him live this down.
No, Marshall's got like one fin over his mouth, and he's like, his eyes are crying, and he's squinting, and he's trying to keep his laugh in so he doesn't fucking wake up Firebolt so he burns down the whole building. He's like fucking slapping his knee, and he's like he's freaking the fuck out.
But Jerry, you have no idea what you have done, but you have just given Firebolt and Marshall the best inside joke between them that there ever will be, and this will come up again later, I'm sure.
On top of this, though, as Asmodeus kind of feels the little dragon kind of tossing around, he just sort of sits down with Firebolt in his lap and just starts to just sort of scratch the scales. Kind of like a large dog.
He's gonna be so mad when he finds out this happened.
You see,
This entire time, Asmodeus is just staring up at me, just kind of chilling and waiting for
Jerry,
my
let
next move.
me take a picture for you real quick. You just basically picked up an adolescent dragon that is larger than most others of his species by like
he's being swallowed.
half a foot, and he's big and he's beefy, and you just picked him up and treated him like a puppy. He's gonna be very angry when he wakes up and hears what the fuck happened. You thought, Jerry, you weren't here, but Firebolt may have been molested.
Oh my god. He has been
Oh my god.
he has been emasculated so bad.
I remember
Tazzol, do you know what I'm talking about?
Are you talking about the
exactly.
fireflies?
Yeah. I remember exactly what you're talking about, and that stayed with him all night and then left.
Literally didn't fucking leave him alone.
That was entirely consensual. There was
He
no
was actually assaulted by a firefly. I didn't want to be there.
it was cross species. It's not the same. So Firebolt is absolutely like a foot taller than Asmodeus, but weighs like not even a third as much. So he's still being manhandled. But he's being manhandled like a fucking body pillow, essentially. He's like, yep, this is mine. This is mine now.
Good god. What do I have?
So yeah, paint that mental image of a baby dragon being manhandled by a sentient ball of mud. So Tazzol, this individual is very friendly and seemingly very helpful, but you cannot get past the you are a strange little man, aren't you?
Yeah. Sweet Jesus, I'm having flashbacks of my life.
He's like, you're rubbing up against my leg like a fucking cat. Get away from me.
All
I don't know
right.
how to feel about this.
Tazzle's
So-
getting the drunken prom date feels.
So Kendra,
I had this situation at work once.
Kendra, after about 30 minutes of these two talking, because it took Tazzle quite a while to recount the story, you are dismissed out of the emergency room, being followed by the little anesthesiologist as they wave goodbye. You have been given all the Valium.
All the Percocet.
Now you're just loopy in a good way.
All the painkillers.
That was at the better
Your
place
health
that I gave
recovers
stronger shit.
somewhat. You're not at full strength, but you are at least able to walk of your own volition. You've overcome the panic attack you were having. And you walk out to Tazzle talking to a strange little man. It is at this point that you will see Firebolt being swaddled, and it is your turn to react to that situation. You also see Marshall just crying. He's never even delirious as you are, 10 seconds into this image, you know Marshall's never gonna let him live this down.
So I'm just gonna walk in and I'm gonna see this happening. I'm gonna see Tazzle talking to a little person. A gullet, which I now know from side studying of ghost types, cradling my beautiful baby boy, and I see fucking Marshall hiding in a fucking corner, crying his fucking eyes out, laughing so fucking hard. But also, I can tell that he's still tense from earlier cards, and I feel bad from that. Mr. Fister is not gonna leave my side. He's gonna be right next to my head at all times, just kind of like every 30 seconds, just like glancing over at me, being like, "You okay? You okay? Okay, good, good." 30 seconds later, "You okay? You okay? Good, good, good." Okay, so I see Firebolt like this. My eyes just go wide, and then I just turn to Taz. I'm just staring at this, and not even gonna turn to Tazzol because I know he's there. I'm just gonna say quietly because I can't really talk right now. I'm just gonna be like, "What happened?" Because I'm assuming he doesn't know I'm there.
Tazzol.
If I see her, I'm gonna give her the help me scared horrored eyes.
Tazzol, you recognize Kendra coming through the door talking to you at this point. Jerry, you once again recognize a little Duskull, and through your background knowledge, you discern these creatures are known to relentlessly latch on to an individual, normally for the purposes of hunting them. This particular Duskull has relentlessly latched onto Kendra in a friendship sort of way.
And out of love and devotion.
Which is unusual, to say the least.
You can tell that there's a bond between these two, and it's a powerful one, and you don't know where it came from.
When Tazzol sees Kendra, other than looking at her like crazy, he's also just gonna go kind of walk away and be like, "Oh, thank God! You didn't want to be with somebody for a little while, and your friend finally showed up."
So
and now you're kind of interacting with them.
Hunter, permission to give a description of what Kendra looks like right now?
Sure, I'll give you creative liberty on this one.
Sweet. Tazzol, as you hear Kendra say, what just happened, or is what's going on? And you turn to look at her, she is clearly her feet are really loose. She's stumbling along. She's not all with it, but she's a lot better than she once was. She's still pretty pale, and her eyes are just extremely haunted.
Oh God.
And she's covered in blood, obviously.
Still, yes. So seeing this, he'll probably walk up and be like, "Oh, thank God, you're okay. Let's go this way." And I guess if she's really having that much trouble walking straight, he'll kind of do the arm through the other and hold her up as we go.
Yeah, so Kendra's gonna try and walk a little bit and try and mask that she can't walk well, but Tazzol's probably obviously going to see it, and she is so exhausted at this point, she's just going to accept the help and not be like, "Hey, I can fucking walk on my own," and be tough.
Alright, so assisted walking. Marshall's very excited to see you.
But Marshall is very excited to see me, but he's also still a little bit afraid. And I'll feel super bad for that, and I'll flinch a little bit. And once he sees me do that, he'll realize, he'll be like, "Okay, she's back," and then he'll probably run and just hug her legs.
You're gonna get a leg hug, "Yes, mother." Jerry, what do you have to say about this reunion here? He's now met this woman who came in very damaged and obviously has some affinity to the same type of creatures that you're known for.
As I see Kendra walk through the door, Gary looks her up and down, and then notices Mr. Fister, and he immediately jogs over and starts to try to pet it.
Except you wouldn't, because he's a ghost type, and you can't pet ghost type.
Oh, he can certainly make the attempt. Knowing for well that your hand will pass clean through, you just start passing your hand through this thing's forehead repeatedly. Oh, he's a beauty, isn't he?
As I'm doing this, I look over at Tazzol, and I look over at Kendra, and Jerry asks, "What happened to you?"
Like an inquisitive little gnome. What is going on?
Who are you asking?
I am asking Kendra.
Specifically?
Specifically, I'm
looking right in your
Kendra,
eyes while petting a ghost.
Yep.
So,
The crazy hobo eyes. I
Kendra's
lock
gonna
eyes
see
with
this.
you.
Kendra's gonna see this, and she's gonna squint, and her forehead's gonna get all scrunched, and like she's just gonna kind of stare back at you and say nothing.
yeah, right before she says that, as I go to help her out, sorry.
She
I'll
says
probably
nothing.
whisper- Yeah. I probably just would throw in, be like, and try to whisper to her that, hey, seems like a new friend. I don't know who he is, but seems really nice. But I don't know. I don't trust many people right now. So.
As all of this is happening,
Kendra's just gonna grunt. She's just gonna be like,
Asmodeus,
like in confirmation, being like, yeah, I don't trust anyone either right now. She's gonna be like,
as this is happening, Asmodeus comes waddling over with Firebolt, and I look at Firebolt, and I look back at Kendra, and I ask, "Is this little red specimen yours?"
yes. What the hell are you doing with him?
Well, quite simply, Asmodeus here, my dear little gullet, is petting him.
I'm gonna look Jerry dead in the eyes, and I'm gonna like scrunch my face up, and I'm gonna release Tazzol a little bit so I can stand on my own. I'm gonna lean forward a little bit. I'm gonna be like as intimidating as I possibly can while fucking wobbling around. Basically, I'm gonna be like, I wouldn't do that if I were.
Jerry's response is to throw his arm, or at least attempt to, over her shoulder and lean up against her, look right at Asmodeus and Firebolt and say, "Nah, it's adorable, isn't it?"
If you
It's
don't
so
want
cute.
him to torch up this building and blast you where you stand, I would tell your gullet to put him down.
As this happens,
As,
I'm gonna roll a 10.
It's not
Anything
gonna-
below a 10, Tazzle's gonna vomit from all the stress. Anything above
Jesus
10 is gonna
Christ. Constitution check.
Oh,
Nope, he
Constitution
fucking
check.
lets it go!
Yeah, there we go. You guys start fighting, you see Tazzle be like, I'm not coming. Ah! Oh. I feel like Jerry is the type of character to be like, better out than in. Meanwhile, Asmodeus has sat back up and waddled Firebolt over to you. He's like, here, child, it's for you.
Asmodeus then sets Firebolt down at Kendra's feet, looks over at the vomit pit, and just starts dancing in it like it's a puddle and he's a child in the rain.
oh dear God!
So his little stony feet are just stomping around in it, like, oh. You just see
What is happening?
you just see a little pink thing in the corner with a mop just look over and just drop the mop and walk away.
Jerry then releases Kendra's shoulder and walks over to Jerry and just sort of hops on Jerry's shoulders.
What?
Sorry, hops on Asmodeus' shoulders and just sort of kind of rides him around while just keeping dead eye contact with Kendra.
You're riding around your little golem. So the little golem is only 3.5 feet tall, mind you. So it is like getting on a crotch rocket, but he's strong enough, surprisingly, to carry Jerry.
This is fucking hilarious. I love it.
So everything about this introduction to this character, you guys are like, it looks a little bit like that. You're just
Kendra's gonna see this happening, and she's gonna try and be as serious as possible. But at the moment Marshall starts fucking laughing and starts fucking rolling on the ground crying, she's just gonna, her face is gonna crack a little bit, and she's gonna start chuckling. It's a quiet chuckle because everything still fucking hurts, and she's still trying to be serious, but at the same time she's just like, this guy's fucking weird, but I fucking love it. Like,
in comes the comic relief character who is immediately imprinted on our little group, apparently.
It's made so much better if my avatar was actually working. I grabbed a hobo-looking avatar with a giant beard and a cone on his head.
I was just gonna
You're-
say.
Send it to Hunter.
Yeah, you'll need to send it to me on Discord, and I can make him.
Oh, okay.
I can make it so. You can make it so on your character sheet for you, but I'm the only one who can make it so. In general.
Wait, where in Discord do I send that?
Just private message it to me.
Yeah,
Okay, solid. Yep.
Tazzol, you've just puked,
Yes.
and now
So
you're
Tazzol,
them dead.
Yeah.
What is your reaction to this?
Which pot?
Tazzol, you feel a little bit better after expelling that. You're probably also having a little bit of a giggle at the grown man riding on the back of a clay doll, essentially.
Yeah, probably slightly.
Jerry sees nothing wrong with this. He's like, "This is great."
Hey, I have Pokemon I can ride on. It's quite nice. Especially when I'm broken.
Some perspective for how strong that little gullet is. It is literally made of stone, so it may only be 3.5 feet tall, but it's over 300 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
He's not very fast, but he can go.
But he's strong.
And yeah.
Kendra's gonna grab Tazzle's shoulder, kind of a little bit, steady herself once again. And she's gonna lean down and kind of just pick up Firebolts as best she can. And probably put the upper half of his body, so it's kind of like a big baby that had just fallen asleep.
Yeah, so Firebolt weighs about 60 pounds, so you could probably do what you will with that.
Yeah, and she's gonna struggle holding his whole body with one arm in her shoulder on her right side, because her left side's probably all fucked up or something. I don't know, from the collapse. But her left hand's gonna grab Tazzle's shoulder, and she's gonna be very quiet again, and she's gonna be like, "Let's go."
Oh, this sprite makes this whole introduction so much more demented. That's worth getting installed as soon as possible.
2 minutes, 2 seconds.
Hold on. Oh, god damn it! That's not how I wanted to install that. Let me actually download this. Save image as a PNG. Did that work? No, I haven't uploaded it yet. I'm trying to see if the PNG worked.
Oh, gotcha.
Because before it's saving the fucking. It's like saving the background. It's so weird. It's like it is and is not a PNG. Hold on, let me open this in browser. It's like it wants to be a PNG, but it also has the background as part of the character model. Anyway, Tazzol, it's definitely seeing Kendra lift up her little mon and try to make it work. Okay, so apparently with this image, the background is actually part of the character model, so he's going to have his background for now. That's funny. It says transparent on it, but it is not. Well, I'll add it for the time being, but we can work on that later. Just to give you a better character model for the time being.
I see what they did with my blood. They cloned me.
I see what they did with my blood.
Oh dear God! I love it. What? The cone on the head.
So this is the mental image that he wants to give you for Jerry.
Yes.
Oh God.
Hunter, you should shrink it so he's only 1 block tall instead of our normal 2 blocks.
Wow, that comes with so many advantages. Okay.
It literally looks like a gnome.
Well, there you go, sir. There's your new token.
Jerry, I fucking love him. Look at him, he's so good.
So now riding on the back of Golett makes a little more sense. He's basically standing on his head.
I'm just sort of perched on his head with like my hands just sort of over his eyes, and I'm just sort of like using my toes and his ears to sort of steer him around.
Like he obviously cannot see where he's going. Like
Very, very clearly.
Everybody can tell that he cannot see where he's going.
This is very much like a Ratatouille situation where I'm just like kind of hitting little pebbles and bits of mud on the head to sort of control which way he goes.
Obviously, they have done this before, but he still blatantly cannot see where he's going.
This is great. He's a ghost Pokemon. He can see everything.
He's not psychic, though.
Wow.
Can't see through hands. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm looking for any input from anybody here. Whoever wants to lead the charge. Who's got some direction that they want this to go in?
I just grabbed Tazzle's shoulder while holding Firebolt and said, "Let's go."
Jerry overhears this and says,
Where we
"I've
go?
got nowhere better to be. I'm gonna follow you all. I'm curious and
I'm
bored."
gonna follow you. He's like, no, strange little man, no.
Jazzle's just gonna whisper, "Good fucking god, help me."
You cannot escape the strange little man. This is my.
As the group starts to head out, I just sort of jog over, perched on Asmodeus, and return my elbow to Tazzle's shoulder.
You are our height now. So this works.
with the buff, you are now as tall as everyone else.
I'm gonna ask Kendra if he's a Pokemon.
Is this guy a Pokemon?
Is this guy a Pokemon that I don't know of?
Jerry,
Look
feel
at
free to interpret. Jerry, feel free to interpret that question as you please.
I then start to scowl at Tazzle, and my next action is to jump on Tazzle's shoulders.
Oh, shit. Make me an athletics check to land on Tazzle's shoulders.
I think I still have my bird stuff on,
Alright.
so I get another.
That is part of the athletics check.
+3. Yeah.
Alright, let me roll a
He has
1d10.
so much shit out of his bag.
It's not as much disadvantage as it should be, given the perch he's already on, but there is some disadvantage there.
Oh, wait, that's not how you do it, is it?
That is not how you do that,
You
sir.
can do the dice roll on the left.
So what you want to do for me is I want you to do /roll.
Oh, okay, yep.
You can't just type
space.
R if you want.
Yeah, you can do /R too, but so /R/roll space 1d20, and we're going to do plus whatever your athletics bonus is from that character sheet we made you last time.
Oh, shit. Can you guys give me 2 minutes? I just got my laptop, so I'm upstairs. I gotta just run and go grab my sheet downstairs.
Sure.
I will be back in half a second.
How are
Sure.
you doing?
So you have less of a new party member and more of a party parasite.
Yeah. It only took about 30 seconds until I realized, without an insight check, this is weird.
And I was worried that I was going to have a hard time meshing Jerry into the group, and well, nope.
Forced
this is
himself
great.
in.
This has
He's just like,
more...
I'm gonna stalk you now. Like,
This
this
is
is
It's
He's like, I'm bored. I'm gonna stalk you now. Like this is how this is gonna go.
I'm gonna send Hunter a direct message 1 second.
You guys are going somewhere. Me too. How convenient.
I'd
He's
love to
like,
go
I
too.
need friends. He's like, I don't have any friends, so I'm gonna come along.
I don't have any friends anymore.
Oof.
Alright. So we did make the character sheet. Hunter, do you by chance have the online one we did?
You did not send me a copy of it. Nope.
Fuck.
True, Trevor. Trevor, you can just say that one out loud. Jerry is already a more interesting character than Zubat Boy ever was.
Yeah.
Yes.
God. And we really
Joshua,
tried.
Yes.
is it not saved on your computer?
No, because I was using my dad's desktop and I am now on my laptop.
So let's
You'd
see.
have to
I
go
might
put
be
up
able to
the
quickly
bid.
just. Do you remember what your score was?
I was 20 for strength, and then there was like an advantage to it too.
So you had proficiency, and you're an expert, or you're straight just proficient?
Just proficient.
Okay,
His
so
strength
5
is
plus
18 because
3,
his
I'm
is
gonna
2.
guess.
Okay.
So Jerry, roll me 1d8. Sorry, roll me d20 plus 8.
Plus 8? Gotcha.
Mhm.
Alright.
And you can just get your character sheet off your dad's thing at some point.
Sorry about that. 18.
Okay, so
Nice.
Jerry,
Fuck.
if any of you have seen The Mandalorian, a bit like Baby Yoda himself, Jerry just propels himself off of the back of Asmodeus and just lands perched on the back of Tazzle's little shoulder perch, and is now riding the back of Tazzle.
God.
As I do this, Jerry leans his bearded little head down. By the way, the beard's in front of Tazzle's eyes. Tazzle can't see shit. And I just lean down to his ear and says,
Good God.
I'm not a Pokemon. I'm your worst nightmare.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I've had
As I do-
nightmares today.
Jerry then hops back down and grabs Tazzle's hand without ever making eye contact with him, just staring straight ahead.
Like a fucking child.
Good God. I'm gonna
This
attempt to
man
shake
has
this off.
multiple personality disorder, I swear to God.
I'm
He's
gonna
got
attempt to
multiple-
shake this off.
You are.
Check.
Which one of you has a higher strength?
No, he definitely does.
His is 18. I remember from last time
Oh,
because his
okay.
is
He's
plus
got
2
five,
more than
plus
mine.
one.
So Tazzle, you are unable to release his grip without struggling or causing damage to him. You are unable to release his grip.
He's like a
Jerry is not like holding your hand. He is grabbing your hand. Like, this is mine. I'm going to be doing this.
Chloe, you need
He's
to cut
like
it
a child in a store where it's just like, no, I won't let go. Like fucking.
out.
But
Jerry
he just
then-
stands there.
At this point, Jerry, with that death grip on Tazzle, just sort of beckons Asmodeus ahead of him and just starts walking in a direction. No plan in mind, just walking.
Jesus Christ.
Not briskly either, just like at a normal pace. But it's
Tazzle, he
very
is
evident-
trying to. He's smaller than you, so he's not like dragging you, but he's like very clearly pulling you in a direction.
God.
You're just like, why the fuck is this midget so strong?
Okay, Kendra. What, Kendra? I'm sure at this point your jaw is just like
Oh God. Alright, I'm just gonna tell him we're trying to go. Where was the
Somewhere.
closest? We're gonna go to sleep, I think, right?
Yeah, I need
I think you were thinking
I
about
need to
lava.
relax, my
There's
guy.
no fighting going on right now. I'm gonna tell him, be like,
And-
we're gonna go.
Jerry's response to this is,
And thus
I
Kendra
know a
leaves
place.
Prison.
I know a place. I'm gonna take
Okay.
you guys to a trash
Hold on
alley
a
or something.
second. I don't.
Hey,
What is this place?
Kendra, can you roll me an Arcana check, please?
I can sure give it the good old college try. Boom.
All right, observing from where you were, the incredible feat of what looked like athleticism from Jerry that seemed almost impossible. You were able to notice after watching and then thinking about it, discerning what just happened. It wasn't that Jerry was able to do some kind of like triple flip or axle kick through the air. His feet literally turned to smoke, and he floated up to Tazzle's shoulders, and then floated back. So it's less that Jerry is moving quickly and more like he is literally floating between points. You didn't believe your eyes for a second, but like through like paying close attention and through your own in-tuneness with the way ghosts tend to move, this Jerry is doing something particularly ghastly, whether it be intentional or not. It's like
So-
second nature.
Kendra discerning this, she's gonna whip her head towards Mr. Fister, only to realize very quickly that that was a bad idea, as she had just
Crick in the neck.
jostled her very delicate brain at the moment. And as they're walking, she's done a stumble forward, almost dropping Firebolt, and she's gonna grab Tazzle to like steady herself, and then she's gonna like close her eyes really tightly and then go like, you can tell that just fucking hurt, and she did not mean to do it.
Firebolt being dropped and smacking on the ground will immediately wake up finally. He's like, what the fuck? What happened? What the hell happened? Last Firebolt's looking
Like,
around.
he'll jump up and like claws out ready to fight. His fire on his tail is just like double what it normally is. He's like teeth bared, he's hissing and fucking growling. He's like, what?
He's just like looking around for, what the fuck? Where's that little pink thing? I'll kill it.
Asmodeus then walks over to the now conscious Firebolt, arms spread for a hug, but then stops just a few inches away and just stares at Firebolt.
Firebolt see this, and he's gonna slowly turn his head, and he's gonna open his mouth wide. Like, you can see, like, there's a glow in the back of his throat, and he's just growling and hissing, and his claws are out, and his fire just gets bigger, and he's like, bitch, I fucking dare you.
In response to this, Asmodeus just leans down, gives Firebolt a kiss, and then jogs back behind Jerry.
He has no lips, so it's more of like a gentle headbutt.
Oh, Jesus.
Just jaunts his way. He's not particularly fast either, so it's like dunk, and then he walks away. Firebolt's gonna take like 5 points of emotional damage at this point.
Good God.
He's like, stop emasculating me.
So, as you're running away, Asmodeus, Firebolt is gonna see this, get fucking even more red in the face, and just fucking tackle you to the fucking ground and just trying to pin you down, trying to scratch and trying to bite everything that he possibly can.
So Jerry let go of Tazzol to do this, correctly?
No. Jerry's still
Jerry
holding
didn't do
on to Dazzle.
No, Jerry didn't do anything. This is all his Pokemon.
Asmodeus went over. Okay.
Yeah.
Just wanna get this
Asmodeus
over.
isn't fighting back, by the way. Asmodeus is just sort of sitting there, just kind of looking up at Firebolt.
It's very clear that none of the physical damage is doing anything to Asmodeus. Like, his clay shell is both physically hard and also, like, astral in nature. So none of Firebolt's attacks seem to be causing him any harm.
So Firebolt's gonna, seeing this, that he's doing no damage, he's gonna climb his way up top of Asmodeus, just open his, like, fucking mouth, his gaping maw, and he's just gonna fucking try and prepare Fire Blast. But right before he's about to do it, Mr. Fifter is gonna pop up in front, and he's kind of just gonna make some noise, and then he's gonna point over at Kendra, basically telling him in Ghost Pokemon and in Friend, being like, hey, smarten the fuck up. She kind of needs this right now. We don't need this bullshit. And then he's gonna float back over after he pointed to her.
Okay.
At this point, Asmodeus...
Knowing that he can't support her, even though she's having a really rough go of it, like really, really rough, and just trying to stay there even though he can't support her.
Mm-hmm.
Firebolt, seeing this, is gonna be like, he's gonna look down at the gullet, look back at his mom, at Kendra, and he's gonna be like, oh shit! And then he's gonna fucking run over, and he's gonna try and stabilize her on the other side. So basically, he's gonna push Marshall out of the way, and he's gonna be like, I got you.
Yeah, Tazzle's trying his best to hold her up. He's at this point around her waist, trying to hold as much as possible, because he's got a weirdie on one side, her on the other, and she was holding Firebolt, so that was a little extra weight on one side.
And you're all being dragged.
Down.
You're all being dragged by Jerry to somewhere to sleep, wherever that may be.
I asked, where is this?
Jerry's response to that question was, oh, you'll love it. There's water there.
There's water there.
I'm going to roll an
Jerry.
insight check on what the fuck is going on.
Jerry, I would like you to roll me a survival check, and this will determine if you're taking them to a back alley or somewhere actually safe.
That's why I am rolling an insight.
Oh, Jesus. 1d20 again, or?
Yeah.
Yeah, 1d20 plus whatever your intelligence was. Let me think.
His intelligence was
It was
0.
11.
So,
No. My
Oh, is it?
intelligence was 11.
yes, meaning it is 0.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it's 10 and 11 is
Because
0.
there
and
is no
12,
plus
13
to
is
it.
1. Yeah.
So I won't have to
So
plus then.
roll just a flat d20.
20.
So, despite
God.
appearances and all of your misconceptions,
We're like,
Jerry
we're gonna die in a dumpster.
Nice.
leads you down a back alley, and you're like, good, we're sleeping in a dumpster. And he knocks on a door, and there's this sweet little Airbnb that's like not very well advertised or anything. It's this little hotel that has like 2 or 3 really well kept rooms, but it's just somebody's house. He's like, da.
Kendra and Tazzol are just gonna, or Kendra at least, is just gonna be sitting there, mouth dropped open, wide-eyed, partially, because her head still fucking hurts. And she's gonna be like, she's gonna slowly, this time, move her head to look at Tazzol, still being supported by both Tazzol and Firebolt, and be like, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah.
we're not gonna die? Like,
I'm learning the same thing. Should we do this as I get Nickel back out and let me grab the others I have. Everyone's coming up too.
So, you guys,
Oh, and I forget what.
throwing all of your Pokemon out in the lobby to check in is probably not a great idea.
No, we'll be outside the door too.
Yeah, so you're not going to be able to
decide
get
if we're going through
inside.
this doorway or not.
So Jerry's like, the receptionist lady who opens the door. It's like, it's obvious just this is like her little house that she's renting out rooms in. She's like, oh, hi, guests. Oh, hi, Jerry.
Jerry responds by just sort of hopping up onto the counter again and just sort of poking her in the forehead and saying, hello to you too.
Jesus.
this fucking golem on the fucking guy.
Jerry has such fucking gnome energy. It's fantastic.
He's got such a fucking gnome energy. I just remember fucking Gravity Falls with the gnomes that just puke up fucking rainbows. That's
Jerry-
all that's all I can get out of my head.
Jerry then hugs the hostess and hops back down and continues the conversation with, these are my new friends. We're going to be staying here for the night. Do you have any beef jerky by chance?
Oh Jesus, no, not
Yes, yes, we do, Jerry, in the pantry.
Thank you.
How many
gonna be
rooms
taking
for the 3 of you?
Oh, we just need one.
Nope.
No.
The other two
least
immediately protesting.
Just be like, no.
Okay, how many rooms then?
How many rooms do
Jerry,
you have?
Hunter, you should have Jerry roll a charisma check to see if his feelings get hurt.
Okay, Jerry, roll me a d20, please.
Yep.
Oh, he doesn't
Jerry
know.
is disappointed in the 2 of you, and he's like, "But we'll save so much money."
And then I just upend like a pouch of like gears and just little doodads that are nothing like coins or any sort of actual
That are
cash.
not money.
Yeah.
How much is it per
He's a-
room?
$30 a night, please.
$30 a night?
Uh-huh.
How many beds?
Damn, that's pretty fucking good. I'm not gonna say
There's-
that in real life. I'm just gonna look at Tazzol again and just nod.
2 beds per room.
What do you think, Chloe? What, 2 more rooms or 1? 2 bedrooms, what do you think? Just keep sparking it. It won't end. There it is.
Kendra not being able to talk at this point will just slightly lift her hand that's on Firebolt and just raise one finger.
Just do
1 room.
No, one extra room.
1 extra room, so. Yes.
Oh, 2 rooms then.
Nah.
And Jerry's like, 1.
We'll have 1 more.
How are you guys gonna split up?
Where are the other rooms, like, just down the hall from each other?
There are
Relax.
only 2 rooms, and they are right next to each other.
Okay. Oh, okay, there's just 1. Alright.
You want to do just me and Tazzol, and then Jerry can have.
Yeah. That'll work.
So, a little disappointed in his new friends, Jerry jumps back on Asmodeus' back, and we just sort of clang against the walls as Asmodeus blindly brings us to the room.
All right.
Just sorta-
Jerry, seemingly having stayed there before, the reception lady is like looking through the bag of shit that Jerry just left in the counter. She's like, all right. So that'll be 15 from each of you.
I'll just look down to Firebolt, or I'll look at Mr. Fister actually and nod to him, and he will give her the money.
Fister just grabs it with his freaking face out of your wallet and like, here. He's like, I don't have arms. This is a bad choice. Why didn't you get the dragon to grab it?
Well, he can go through the into the backpack.
True. So he grabs the money and transports it out. So the two of you have paid your $15 fee, and Jerry, you have paid your $15 fee on accident, as there just happened to be enough coins in that bag of shiny things among the other bullshit that you've collected. So everyone subtract 15 from your total, and we will have a long rest.
I'll give her a 20.
Okay, a little bit of a tip.
Yeah.
She will throw in a bag of said beef jerky for the tip.
Oh, woo. Sounds good.
Hunter, may I do something
Sure.
during the long rest?
What are you trying to do?
Just a little character development, my friend.
Okay.
So all is well, all is peaceful. Firebolt and Marshall and basically all of her Pokemon are surrounding her. Sleep. Tazzle's in the bed, X over. All of a sudden, Kendra is still unconscious at this point, but she can feel her body starting to shake again. Like, convulse at this point, and it just gets steadily worse. And all of a sudden, she's gonna start blood-curdling screaming in her room while she's asleep. And her body is thrashing around, and she's shaking in bed.
So you are next to Tazzle, if I'm correct.
Correct.
Okay. So Tazzle, you will be awoken by a rather uncourteous yelling in the night. As you look over at your friend who is causing this noise, this will also wake Jerry up, because Jerry doesn't really sleep that much to begin with. Jerry will appear in the room next to you, I'm assuming, based on the amount of noise. It seems like the kind of thing he would do, right?
Yep,
Jerry, given that as you recall,
Silently.
you can appear in places because you have the ability to transpose yourself through walls over short distances.
Oh, God.
So, Jerry, you will appear in the room next to Tazzle, like sitting on the edge of the bed. And Tazzle, you don't have time to be freaked out about this, as you're both like watching Kendra. Kendra will ignite at this moment.
Hold on, I got you. This is my cue.
What is your cue? Oh, yes, there you go. Well, that is her flamey version. Kendra will ignite. Her flames, not the opulent orange that they were before Tazzle, but a dark grayish black with this red seam dripping down the ends, leaving like little specks of ember falling off. These blood red embers just drip off. You can see her skin is like physically charring the longer this burns.
Are you talking about my wings, Hunter? Or are you kind of talking about the fire?
I'm saying the fire that is engulfing you, starting from your feet and swirling up you in a spinning motion, as well as your wings, looks like this. Dark in color and dripping in red embers. And the skin, which is touching most closely to this flame, is beginning to blacken as if being held over a flame.
Are you drawing something?
No.
Okay.
So,
I
I'm
haven't
not.
seen anything change.
To visualize this further, Tazzle, her wings kind of pop out after a monsoon of flames happens around her, causing her to scream louder. And then when her wings pop out, normally her wings are just bright phoenix colors, like you had them to know. but now they're just like jet black that fade into a dark crimson color with the embers dripping down at the end. Basically what he's saying.
Oh, that's so cool. That is awesome.
And she is still screaming in agony and for some other reason.
I did a doodle.
Also, still asleep.
I did a doodle.
Thanks.
You did a doodle!
Phenomenal.
Hold on. Hold on. We'll fix this.
It's not drawn to scale.
Not drawn to scale. There's probably. There you go.
Yeah, that's your doodle of what's going on, and that same coloration is just causing her skin to char, which is what's causing her to yell. This does not wake her up though, which is bizarre. Jerry will probably recognize something occult going on. Jerry, would you like to roll me Arcana? In your case, this is going to be a D20 plus, I think, 4 last time we looked at it.
That sounds about right, yeah.
I'll attempt to try to wake her up by pulling on her arm or something.
Okay. Tazzol, roll me a Constitution check. Jerry, you recognize a symptom of possession. You are capable of snapping her out of this, if you so choose. Tazzol, you are able to grab a hold of her for a moment, but you realize if you attempt to hold her for long and shake her, you will burn your own hands as well.
All right.
I'm gonna attempt to get her out of it.
All right, Jerry. You transform into one of your 3 forms of choice. Are you a ball of gas, a small black flame, or are you a shadow?
I turn into a small black flame.
Okay. So Jerry turns into this little will-o-wisp and floats his way over into the spot on Kendra's back where the wings collide and sort of center themselves. And as he makes contact, you see this little white spark just disperse itself throughout the flame of Kendra's Phoenix time. And the entire blaze that she was in just goes out. And there's just a small black flame on the back, which then returns to being the small man who is now standing on the bed next to Kendra.
But that has not solved all your problems. She is still thrashing in bed and screaming. But this time not from pain.
This time it is just from the horrendous night terror of what I am going to presume is a reliving of one of the traumatic events of her life, which I will not disclose.
Many traumatic events of Kendra's past.
Taylor's gonna get Sugarcoat to go up, pick him up, or her put her on the bed and water sport. Water sport on Kendra.
All right, well, the freezing water coming out of the baby Piplup is enough to jerk both Kendra and Piss Firebolt off. Kendra, you are awakened by nearly ice-cold water splashing on your face, and a very pissed-off Firebolt who has retreated off of the bed.
God damn it!
Marshall's probably like, yes, give it to me.
And moisture, I love it.
Marshall's still concerned, but also he's fighting it. He's like, he's like, fuck it, and then just jumps on the bed, and he's like rolling around. He's just like, oh,
I love moisture.
Love it.
So, Kendra, as you awaken to a Piplup who is basically wetted your entire bed, there is the small compatriot friend who was not in the room when you went to sleep, standing on the bed next to you.
So, having been jolted awake with ice cold water and seeing and being surrounded by a lot of people, she'll stop screaming, and her severe tremors from before and her severe shaking will slow, but she'll still have faint tremors going throughout her entire body, just enough so that they're still visible.
Mm-hmm.
And then she'll start hyperventilating and put her head in her hands. She'll sit crisscross on her bed and just put her head in her hands and kind of just like lean forward while she's hyperventilating.
All
Do
right.
with that information what you will.
So you two can do with that information what you will. Kendra is having a tough time, it looks like.
At this point, Jerry takes out a flask, takes a sip, climbs on the back of Asmodeus, and waddles back to his room.
Asmodeus has found his way in through opening the door at this point. He's like, "What's up?" And you just immediately hop on his back and direct him back away.
Hey guys.
No.
what's
He's
happening?
been here for a second. He came in about halfway through, and he's just
Okay.
sort of been T-posing in the corner.
But he did have to waddle his way in.
Yes.
So all right, he's now here, and he just waddles away with Jerry. So Jerry, you realizing you have cured the occult part of this problem, sort of just disappear.
Tazzol, if
thank him
you
as he's
were
leaving. Be like, thanks,
Tazzol, if you were to look at Firebolt right now, he went from being very angry at Sugarcoat to looking at Kendra and having just his eyes is all you need to see. You don't even need to talk to animals. He's just sad and depressed, and you don't know why. And he's looking at Kendra like he's about to cry. And Firebolt is a very strong Pokemon, you know this, who does... And this is very weird for you, to see Firebolt in this also distraught state.
Alright. So, as everybody starts to generally disappear, well, Jerry starts leaving, he'll thank him as he's leaving. And, he'll have... So, Chloe will actually go over and attempt to, hold on a second. Yes, Chloe will go over and attempt to help, make Firebolt feel better if she can. She'll like lay her head on top of his head, as if he's kind of like an emotional support dog.
Okay.
And
He's just so depressed he doesn't care.
yeah, Greywind will go over and help out too. Sugarcoat will just look cute, but Tazzle will go over and try to, I guess, rub Kendra's back and try to make her feel better in some way, without saying much of anything. Just be more
what can you
comforting
say?
than anything, because he's not going to question it. He's not going to ask her a bunch of questions. He's just gonna
Meanwhile,
go,
Jerry is going to sleep.
Yeah, seriously, I'm going back to bed.
All right, so Tazzle's just finding a moment to try and be useful however he can. After a not so restful long rest, we'll still take the effects of a long rest as we awaken a little bit later than usual in the morning, given the interruption. It seems like through the events of last night, we didn't have time to really bond with our Pokemon specifically. However, all of the Pokemon you have out feel a certain connection with their trainers as they have been through some stuff today. So there is definitely some loyalty to be gained through the hardships.
Hunter, so you and Tazzle know that screaming happened twice that night.
Okay, so a little fit like that.
I'm
Though
doing a little role play of my own on the side, okay?
Yeah.
all right, well,
Do it
the flame possession will not reoccur the second time, as Jerry has cured that symptom for the time being. But
The screaming
Yeah.
will.
the wake-up fit, you will have to deal with at least once more.
Sorry.
It's alright, it's half the reason I'm here, I suppose.
All right. Shrug. So you guys awaken in the morning, not as well rested as you could be, but still with all the effects of a long rest. Restored, ready for the morning. I'm actually going to start with Jerry as you awaken first, being the lightest sleeper of all.
Jerry jumps to the window, butt-ass naked, groans, arches his back. You can hear every little bone popping. This dude's curmudgeonly as shit, weirdly lean, but still just, he's got a very weathered body.
Oh, Jesus. We don't need to hear this, Jerry.
And he looks over at Asmodeus, who never slept. Asmodeus is just standing there. Asmodeus locks eye contact with him, then pours some sort of liquid over the top of him that's clearly alcoholic. As Jerry then throws on his singular pair of clothes, hops on his now wet Asmodeus, and they just kind of barge through the door into the hallway. Both breathing very heavily with no direction, and they just sort of sit there for a sec. Just both panting and ready to take something on that's not there.
Ah, right.
It's not there.
What a great introduction to the morning. He's just reared and ready to go. Meanwhile, bursting out into the hallway, are you headed anywhere? Are you camping out waiting for the other two to wake up?
No, I'm just sitting. Jerry's just sitting at the door, just cracked out of his mind off of something, and just sort of just sitting there ready.
It's alcohol bad.
All right.
There's
right,
not
so-
a noise in sight. Like, he's not knocking to wake people up. He's just sitting there.
Sitting there on top of Asmodeus, swinging his feet. All right, Tazzol, you awaken next. Having had slightly better, if still somewhat restless sleep.
Yeah. So we're gonna do our morning routine. We're gonna feed them all.
Nice, good.
As the usual.
Mhm.
I'm gonna go shower, get everything ready. Possibly be thinking, see if Kendra's up yet. If she's not, well.
Kendra appears to be in the light sleeping stage. She's still not quite waking up yet.
So
You will perceive the sound of something tapping its foot outside the door as Asmodeus is like tap, 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 tap.
Alright. So, what I'm gonna do is I guess let's see. I'm gonna tell Fister. I'm gonna be like, hey Fister, I'll be right back. We're gonna get some coffees.
Okay, gonna get some coffees.
Yeah, maybe some apple fritters.
All right, so as you go to leave the room, you just start to hear Kendra sit up.
Oh, good. Kendra, would you like to come with me? As I open the door, I go, I mean us. What do you want?
And it's just Jerry. At this point, Jerry's just sort of looking directly at Tazzol's chest, because that's about as far as he comes up to
doesn't even try to
Tazzol.
look up at all.
Nope. Just eyes boring straight through Tazzol's chest, non-reactive to the door opening.
Oh, while we have the time to do it, since we're at an interpret where we haven't really started doing anything, and Kendra, you're deciding how you want to treat this morning. Jerry, we should build your Pokemon for you,
Oh yeah, that'd be good.
and I want this to be let's have this be interactive, shall we? I will offer that. Always offer the choice. So, Jerry, would you like to roll all of this yourself, or would you like to play a little game with everybody here to generate your Pokemon?
Let's play a game.
Okay. Let's play Generate the Jerry's A-Team, shall we? This is going to be the so we have to generate 3 more Pokemon for you, and these 3 are going to be like your A-Team, so they're the ones you currently have with you. You still have your B-Team in your box, but we're going to generate your A-Team.
What's its nature?
Let's find out. Boom. Nature 3. Brave. Big brave dog. +2 strength and -2 wisdom. It's a big brave dog. It's a big brave dog.
Alrighty.
So these are things that you. So that's your current lineup. Those are the creatures. You can change this with any of the 8 that you possess, but your current squad who's with you looks like this.
Gotcha. Cool.
We could read them.
Do what you will with that information.
I need to go look for a needle. Back to that.
Fucking needle. I need to look for a needle.
I actually don't think I have any poison types in my repertoire.
All right. As we now awaken, Kendra, we're back to you, ma'am. You've had plenty of time to decide how you want to go about the day. Where are you going?
I hear Tazzol just ask if I want to come with, and I'll just nod and get out of bed and walk my way over.
Are you all good to walk?
I'll just nod again. Nod my head again. Silently say, yeah.
With my fantastic high-end perception, I will understand. No.
Did you just roll a perception check on?
You sound so offended. Like, how dare you?
like, no, I'm asking, legit. Is that what you just did?
He didn't roll anything yet.
I didn't really. I was just joking.
What's up, Jerry?
I just accidentally threw a second Asmodeus into the game. How do I take out the
You literally just click on it and press the delete button.
Yeah, like
Oh.
that.
Come on.
Oh damn, okay.
That's the-
Gotcha. Thank you.
We've been talking for hours. No more food.
I gotta make these controllable by you too. Boom. So yeah, your current lineup, you can drag them out of your journal as please, but right now only Asmodeus is currently out. Name and date and sign on the line, and the rest of your mons as you please.
Alrighty.
Are there PC? Is there a PC in this?
In this lady's house, no.
Okay. Can I say then, when I was back at the hospital, that I switched out Scramble?
Sure.
Yeah. I want to.
Big leaks. Oh, it's like Experiment 626. Hello.
So what I've been trying to do is every single day, every single time we take a rest before then or that next morning, I'll switch out the next Pokemon so I can spend more time with my different Pokemon. So my fourth slot is going to be empty.
Okay, so what's your plan having acquired 626?
Nothing. He's literally just there.
He screeches like a dial-up computer.
Wonderful.
And gives you like a one-eyed, or now two-eyed glare as he's like, I have been in the box for 15 years.
I'll just give him like a quick smile that I cannot hold for very long, and I'll just put a hand on each head and being like, missed you guys. It's good.
He goes, he just gets you a beep. Beep. What is he even capable of? I can't remember. Quite
Lots
a few
of
things.
He's capable of lots of.
He can do lots of interesting things. Like zap the shit out of you.
Please don't.
He's gonna threaten it. Like, hey, perk up.
I will remove my hand and just continue walking.
He's like, hey, be happy. I'll zap the shit out of you. This is like 1950s medicine. Be happy, zap. Be happy, zap.
Feels so much better. Let's
Kendra
go to the-
makes no acknowledgement.
Yeah, I tried. Hey, it's a Pokemon that was frickin' designed by Aspen. That's what can you expect?
I know, right?
Alright.
ADHD at its finest.
So as you both walk outside and see a certain Jerry just sitting there swinging his little garden gnome-esque figure on the back of his golem, the three of you now together, Tazzol walking in the lead looking for some breakfast. We start a new day.
Yeah.
Who did we,
Switch people out.
who did we spend our, points on?
Because of the effects of yesterday and the situation you were in, I'm saying that we did not have the opportunity to commit to bonding.
Okay. Sounds good.
It's not a good time.
Tazzle will go up to Jerry. Gotta make sure I ask my Jerry. And he'll actually hold his hand out, shake his hand, and
That's
Jerry-
adorable.
Jerry, you look like a much older version of Plants vs. Zombies guy.
like right before he turned into a zombie.
So Jerry's reaction to this outstretched hand is to shake said hand and then put the remainder of the beard in said hand.
Oh, jeez.
God damn it. Alright.
Tazzle would not
So he
expect anything
shakes
less.
the hand, holds the arm outstretched, and then just grabs the 4-foot beard and just kind of wraps the hand in it.
What are
Sort of
you?
like he's applying a
Rapunzel?
bandage.
Tazzle,
What are
as,
you?
Gandalf.
he's got no head hair, it's all beard.
It all went.
Yeah, no, I'm bald as hell, but I got like a 3-foot beard for my 5-foot frame.
And much like the other occult things about Jerry, as you reach your hand into his beard, expecting to eventually pass through it, it's like you get like elbow deep in his beard. It just never stops. You're like, okay,
It's like the closet in fucking Narnia. It just keeps
yeah, you're
going.
like, nope, I'm done with this. I am done with this.
God.
Anyway, Jerry finishes wrapping and then slides it off of Tazzle's hand, and then passes the end of it through to make a knot, so the beard has been reduced to basically chin length.
Nice.
With a big ass knot in it.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a man bun, but on his chin.
Yes.
Correct.
That thing's a weapon. All right.
He's just a mace at the end. It's fucking...
Give me a can of hairspray and I will knock a bitch out.
I'm gonna stab a bitch with my fucking beard because it's fucking hairsprayed.
Upon getting this beard out of the way, though, the rest of the party can see that Jerry's shirt is pretty torn, and underneath the tears, they can see several burns and scars across the body.
As Jerry seems to be exposing himself, add that to the list of his crimes.
Kendra is not near you, so she will not see.
All right.
Tazzle,
Yeah.
I guess, noticed it with his incredible perceptions. I guess passive perception, but
Passive perception notices the scarred body of the exposed homeless man who is now following you around.
yeah, he won't say anything about it though. He'll just notice it.
So you guys managed to get out to the lobby, and the hostess, who was, opening her door to you guys to sleep here, has this whole breakfast laid out, and there's a little jar at the end of the table that says $5 breakfast. And Jerry's just smirking as he's like, "Told you I knew a place."
So they do have morning breakfast there. Nice.
That's what criticals will get you, Jerry. You willed this magic bed and breakfast into being.
I am a gnome. I have magic.
Hunter, is it $5 per person or Pokemon in this case, or just $5?
It is $5 per plate. Whatever that plate may contain is up to you, but per plate.
Alright. I'll find all my Pokemon Nurse stuff. I've been doing this for a while, so I guess I'd know.
Yeah, so
Kendra, will. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. So, how much money are you dumping on this, Tazzle?
So it's $5 per plate, even per Pokemon, correct? You said.
Alright.
So everybody's gonna get a plate.
It's a $25 breakfast for you.
Yeah.
Still not that bad to feed 5 people. Alright, how about you, Kendra?
Kendra will drop in a 20 and get plates for all of her Pokemon, but will not eat.
So, Mr. Fister and Experiment 626, appreciate the gesture, but do not have the capability of consuming what you place before them.
As Greywind slowly starts going over, like, I finished mine, I can have yours.
It's worth noting, by the way, Tazzle, Nickelback also does not eat the food, but he eats the plate that it came on.
Yes. So. Yeah.
So there's now just a pile of food on the floor, which Greywind is greedily consuming. And there are 2 full plates of food paid for that Fister and Experiment 626 are like, yay, thank you. I mean, I can't do anything with this, but thank you.
I guess he'll go over and eat those plates too, after Greywind eats the rest.
Greywind is going to lose fucking 5 points of movement speed today.
Greywind is fat and happy.
Thank God he had me up today.
How about you, Jerry? Are you eating for yourself, or I know Asmodeus is not going to need, but
does Steve eat?
Steve,
Sorry, the Litwick.
Nope. Steve eats souls.
All right, solid. So I will get 3 plates, 1 for Jerry, and then 1 for my crow and my dog.
Okay.
I
And
love how his female Litwick is named Steve.
Yeah. Is it a female? Like, oh, yeah, it was.
It's a female.
Well,
Yeah.
it was a girl, yeah, and then a girl named Steve.
And I love that.
That's good.
Please do not change it. That's
No, I'm
so
not
good.
changing it. The other names are Freya and Cerberus for the dog and the crow.
Oh, so we have 2 Freyas. Got
We have 2 Freyas in the story now. Fantastic.
Oh shit. Okay.
No, you do not need to change that name, but it is going to be funny when if they ever meet.
If they ever meet, it's gonna be fucking hilarious.
Upon ordering this food, Jerry hops back up on the counter and asks, "Do you have any alcohol by chance?"
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
I'll have-
Jerry.
I'll have a morning
Jerry,
Jerry's coffee,
good
Irish
morning.
coffee. I'll have one of those.
So she goes, I am not technically licensed to sell alcohol, but I have a little personal stash. Why? It's going to cost you.
Give it. He's just like it.
So Jerry clasps this woman's head in his hands, takes one hand off to twirl his mustache, looks deep into her eyes and says, "How much would it cost?"
Oh, Jesus.
Jerry, roll me a charisma check.
Jerry, are you flirting with this woman right now?
Roll me a charisma check, please.
Please do.
Shit, I don't remember what my charisma. I think it was like 11 again.
It was like +0, so just roll me a d20.
Yeah, just roll a flat d20.
8.
All right, she just looks you dead in the eyes, and you're crazy. Like, what? You get this crazy look in your face, and you're like pure yellow eyes. And as you stare her in the face, one of your eyes your lazy eye just starts to wander off to the side. So you have one eye staring directly at her, and one eye just wanders off to the side. Like, how much is that going to cost me?
Fucking crying.
And she looks as hard as she can in the one eye that's still paying attention and goes, extra.
And then I take a step back. Jerry looks her up and down and says, "After seeing that, I'm willing to pay extra."
Oh, Jesus Christ. After seeing what? What did you see?
He checked her out. It was like this rather well-covered maiden who is like obviously in her elderly years running a freaking bed and breakfast.
I'll give you $20 to see your ankles.
Oh, Jesus.
Pirates of the Caribbean. Sorry.
I think I saw an
And a
ankle.
lot more if you get your cake all shut.
I'm fucking crying. Oh.
She looks at you and she goes, $20.
I'll give you 30 if you throw in.
We throw in some what?
Throwing some.
$30 jerky and whiskey.
Oh Jesus! Okay, I thought this was about to get real serious.
All right.
I almost went that direction, but it's a little too early in the morning to be going there.
She looks down.
Best
She looks
time.
down at this little gnome, and she goes, "Sure, $30." And she comes back to you. She comes back to you with a pretty smallish bottle and a bag of her own made jerky.
Pay, I reach into my beard and I pull out said 30 bucks.
It is worth knowing at this point, by the way, as Jerry pulls out his money, which is obviously like rubber banded together, the two of you notice he has a fat fucking stack of cash for no reason.
Oh yeah, he rolled pretty good the other day, didn't he? For that.
He got
Jerry
the.
is by far the wealthiest in the party right now for no
No,
fucking
he is
reason.
definitely not. I'm telling you that right now. Above
You
You
5.
have more raw cash than him?
I have above 5K right now.
Okay, well he has a pretty good stack of cash for a homeless
I was
man. It doesn't
gonna say I started with 5K.
I have.
So-
I have over 9,000. I'm over 9,000.
You actually okay, you're holding on to that. Well, either way, you guys expected Jerry to be dirt poor, especially after the bullshit he pulled last night. He's got a pretty good stack of cash in that beard. You know, you know what? As long, I'm going to vote on this right now because this is a fun character trait, and it also kind of fits your character, Jerry. I'm gonna let us vote on this though because it is giving Jerry technically another power, so I don't want to be unfair. So here's the vote for the group. The vote is to make Jerry. I'm gonna give Jerry a wondrous item called the Beard of Holding.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Which is to say that Jerry's beard will function as a bag of holding, so he will not have a backpack, but he will just constantly be pulling shit out of his beard.
Yes. Yes.
All right, we'll do it because we need one.
Well,
His little
okay.
backpack is just for show. Like, it doesn't hold shit. There's
How
like
long can you
nothing.
breathe in there before you need to come?
There's like nothing in it, but his beard is where all that. Well, he's got the lip gap, right? So he can still, his mouth isn't in the beard.
Joshua, you're gonna have to write that down.
You got,
Oh,
you
no,
got a
I've got
beard.
notes over here. I'm right.
The beard of holding has been granted.
Beard of holding. I'm writing that down.
So the two of you aren't totally aware of this power of his, but you have started to pick up on the fact that he pulls a lot of random shit out of his beard.
The best part is when I had a giant beard in college, I did store like small pencils in it.
That's
Oh god. That is awesome.
So you have
beard of holding.
pulled your money clip out of your beard, paid her, and gotten your goods and stored the money away. You know what the best part about it being a bag of holding item is that if somebody else goes rummaging around in your beard, they won't find any of the things.
Yeah.
This is beautiful.
That does also technically mean that his beard is indestructible, except by wondrous magic. So Jerry is going to jump into a pool of lava, and his beard will float to the top.
What the hell?
Anyway,
Love it.
as we start in the morning, and you've fed your two little creatures and like reverse seduced the hostess. Here we go, starting our day off with a plan. What's the plan, group?
Let's go to the. I would like to go to the Poke Center, but it's up to you guys what you want to do. I would have gotten a coffee, 2 coffees and a water, and put a water and a coffee in front of Kendra and have my own coffee.
I'll grab a water.
I'm just
So-
happily kicking back on Asmodeus with my whiskey.
But we don't know what that's what that is.
You started drinking at fucking 8 in the morning.
That's the
I'm not-
thing, Hunter. That's the thing. He never stopped. So,
Night shifters. That's
It's
our-
not even that you started drinking. So
It's
in
that
the
you
morning,
stop.
you're drinking liquor at 8 in the morning.
That's what we do after the night shift. You gotta start somewhere. That's our end of the night. Or end of the day, right, Chloe?
This fucker is just perpetually plastered.
The backstory requires me to be. Asmodeus isn't any
Josh, we
better.
don't want to hear this. Let it come in time.
Asmodeus keeps his muddy state by pouring alcohol on him constantly too, so I'm forking out money for alcohol left and right.
He's he's a clay golem who's just saturated with alcohol.
When I really get fiending, Jerry ends up just sort of licking the outer shell of the top
Stop
of
it!
Asmodeus' head.
That's why you're always riding him. He just smells like booze secondhand. Well, that's a fun character to know. None of you have gotten close enough to Asmodeus to pick up on this yet, but if you do, he smells pungently of stale booze.
I walked up and shook his hand and wrapped his beard, so I might know a little bit with that perception.
There you go. So, Tazzol, your hand now smells like 2-week-old beer left on the counter.
I instantly went to wash that off.
Like, oh, that's just lovely, that is.
Oh my god, it must be in his clothes and on his backpack from when he fucking jumped on him before.
Right.
Ugh, God. I definitely
Jerry
showered
does
before
area.
last night, and well,
Fuck Jerry taking a shower. You being in his vicinity means you need to shower now.
Jerry hasn't showered since 1983.
Oh,
Jesus.
Jesus.
Ugh.
Except in alcohol.
Alcohol.
Oh my god,
Which makes the smell more
Perfect.
pungent and worse.
Firebolt, you now have a new condition. Your tail cannot come within 20 feet of Jerry.
I'll spontaneously. Oh my god. Oh my god, when he takes out his dog, it's gonna be so fucking dangerous. He uses any fire type move, or the Litwick, and the Litwick has to be like 20 feet away.
It's like the worst team for this.
He's
This team
He's
is
just a
literally just gonna
constant
fucking
bomb.
kill him.
He is the
I need
napalm.
to get like indestructible skin so that can be turned into a superpower, so I can just light myself on fire at any given
Kendra will light
point.
you up.
I can already do that, but Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh,
Alright, I'm heading off to the Poke Center. I mean, not the Poke Center, the Pokemon.
so what do you want to do? What do you want to do at the the Poke Center? What do you want to do at the Poke Center?
Poke Center would be. Poke Center actually don't have to. It would be the Pokemart I meant to say.
Oh, you wanna go to
Might switch-
Pokemart? All
I
right.
might switch somebody out, but I'm not.
You're going shopping.
Yeah, we're gonna shop.
Is everybody following Tazzol, or do we have our own plans?
Kendra will just silently follow.
And I guess Jerry's just along for the ride. Jerry's the only normal person among you that doesn't just have a band of Pokemon out for no reason. It's just his partner. You guys always draw attention to yourselves with your needless amount of Pokemon, and he's just like, I got my one, and I'm riding the bitch.
I'm not even walking in a straight line behind him. I'm just sort of twirling around on Asmodeus.
Asmodeus is like walking drunk by like the fact that he can't see. So, to avoid stumbling on the ground himself, he's riding a creature who is blinding and like Ratatouille steering. This little golem is just trouncing. It's not very fast, so he's just trouncing out behind you guys. So you get to the Pokemart, Mr. Tazzol, and what is your plan to purchase?
I need to get some Pokeballs.
All right. Well, since you're back in Orbro, you have a much friendlier, much more chipper receptionist who the two of you are very familiar with. He goes, "Hey, what's up, little man? You're back."
This guy. Alright, hey, how's it going?
How can I help you, dude?
Any new Pokeball types in?
Oh, not really. I mean, I have like 2 Ultra Balls in. That's cool.
Oh yeah, that is actually pretty cool. I will take those.
Both?
Yep.
Big spender. All right. You know how much those cost, kid?
About 1,000 a piece.
That's right. All right, so your total comes to 2,000. Anything else?
I'll take a great ball and two regular
All right.
Pokeballs.
All right, so your total is going to come out to 3,000 thus far. Can I get you anything else?
Can I have a discount for buying all this?
Sorry, son, we're not running any specials right now. But you will be getting Premier Ball included.
Oh yeah.
Can I get you anything else?
I think that might be it. What else has he got? Anything else cool in here that we haven't really seen before?
Yeah, actually, we got these in recently from a scientist. Like, they wanted us to find trainers to buy them. They can't sell them to regular folks, but trainers, they kind of want to know they kind of know what they do, but, like, you could talk to the folks at the lab. You want to see them?
Yeah.
He would bring out these reverse pyramid items. They look like gray reverse pyramids with all kinds of random little bits and bobbles sticking out of the side of them. They almost look like they're needles intended to be jabbed into something. And he goes, "Oh, what did the lady call these?" "Oh yeah, they're like DNA splicers."
DNA splicers.
They look like here. I'll pull you an image. They look like that.
Oh.
He goes, "Yeah, $7.50 a piece."
$7.50.
It's supposed to be really cool, bro. They're like reclaimed void tech. They like took them, repurposed them, and made them like official.
Oh wow. Kendra, does that look familiar to you?
She's just gonna shake her head no.
Just silently. Would anybody like to make an intelligence check on these items?
I will.
Jerry's just silently there, like, I have no idea. Jerry knows lots about occult and nothing about science. All right, Tazzol, you have no idea.
Stop, please.
Oh, Kendra. Kendra has decided to look at these. Kendra, you have an epiphany. As you look at these
Chloe.
and you sort of examine them, you have a flashback to several creatures you've seen before. You have a flashback to the Zubat that was melted into a paste and to a bear several times larger than it had any right to be. As you're touching these things, like a scene of premonition, you realize that this is a reclaimed item used to make hybrid creatures. It has been stripped of any of the nasty capture technology that Void implants in its splicers, and it is now just a pure scientific endeavor capable of bonding two creatures together at the molecular level.
Kendra silently is gonna obviously hear this. She's gonna take out her pager phone, take a photo of it, send it to Ruby, kind of make like a gym leader group chat, basically. She's gonna send it to Rudy and Fern, and then she'll put Aspen in there, because why the fuck not? And she'll be like, this is a DNA splicer, and then she'll tell them like, hey, this is what it's used for. It forcibly combines Pokemon at a molecular level. I've seen 2 of them already at Team Void, and I'll give the description of what they look like, and I'll send the message, and then I will lean into Tazzol and tell him what I figured out as well.
Okay.
Quietly.
So Kendra generates a group chat called like "People I've Beaten Up," and adds all these
People I have beaten up.
all these important people. You get several seconds later, just like as if she was sitting there watching her phone, you get a message back from Master. She's like, "Oh yeah, we know. We put those in the store." And you get a message from Fern that goes, "Those are cleared. Look like ones that have been purged." And Rudy will chime in and go, "It's good science done by bad people."
I will reply to the group chat just being like, fair enough, and then put my phone back in my pocket.
So Kendra is probably going to look at Tazzol and like at least relay that they are usable items. Jerry is still silent in the background. Are you speaking up at this point, Jerry, sir?
No, I'm just watching. I'm people watching at this point. I'm just swinging my feet on the gullet, just sort of sipping on my whiskey. Every once in a while, I'll just poke Tazzle in the side for no reason.
You know, I just realized it's not gnome energy; it's leprechaun energy.
Leprechaun energy. What about a mixed breed between the two? His dad was a leprechaun and his mom was a...
At this point, Jerry has zero interest in what's occurring in front of him. He's just along for the ride.
So, Tazzle, you and Kendra both know these things are cleared for use in their purified form.
Yep.
They are able to create creatures in a way that they bond two creatures together.
or take them apart.
The process is not yet known to be reversible.
Wait, time out. This thing can bond two Pokemon together? Like
Yes,
Pokemon?
it will turn two of your Pokemon into one new Pokemon.
Like a half-breed or like a different
Yes,
species?
a hybrid of the two.
Okay, that's good to know. Sorry.
For the cost of $750 Pokédollars, you can make a hybrid of two of your creatures. Let me go generate an example for you since you weren't here during this discussion. I'll show you what I mean.
While after she relayed the information and thinking, Kendra's gonna go over, take 3 potions, place them on.
Can I persuade him to give me a discount?
You're gonna do what are you placing on? What did you ask for?
Just for a discount
Kendra?
on all the stuff I'm getting in one shot.
I was sorry. I was asking. Kendra said she was gonna do something. I missed it.
Buy 3 potions, basically.
Okay, 3 potions. She was, oh, okay, 3 potions. That's 600, please.
I'll just hand over the money. Not saying anything.
All right, sure. So you hand over the money, and you acquired 3 potions for $600. Boom. And then what about you, Tazzle?
This would be it. The Pokeball stuff. And
All right, you get $3,000 worth of Pokeballs and 1 free Premier Ball. And Jerry, for your sake, if you look at the Roll20 right next to you here is a hybrid of your Litwick and your dog.
Oh,
I gotta see this.
I'm a rewind to that a little bit later.
Or another example here, let me do a hybrid of Murkrow and your... And let me just do a separate example here. Here's what happens if you mix Murkrow and your dog. And I'll put that right below. Oh, sorry, Murkrow and the Litwick. Oh, so see, it makes a hybrid of the two.
Gotcha. All right, cool.
Ultra Balls are plus 10, Great Balls are plus 5, correct?
That is right.
Alright. Alright. That's will be it, I guess. That'll be it.
That's all you're buying? Nobody's interested in the Gene Splicer. Unbelievable.
Well, that's what I was
At
hoping.
this point,
Actually, yeah, go ahead, sorry.
at this point, Jerry has become a little bit interested, and again,
Okay.
hops up on the counter.
God damn it.
The requirement pops up on the counter, and it re-inquires about the price because he hasn't been paying attention. How much?
Sorry, could you repeat that? How much do those cost? Oh, Jesus, you fucking leprechaun.
Yes, keep it that way.
He goes, yeah, those are $750 a piece. I've got 3 of them.
No.
Could I convince you to part with one for 500? I say as I kind of
You're
throw my
both
arm
trying
around
to
his
convince
shoulder.
him. You and Tazzol are both trying to convince him to get a discount.
Yeah, I was gonna add that along with everything else that I was buying. If I
I need a persuasion check from both of you. Or it's like a barter check, but it's the same thing.
Yeah, that's what I double check my
Persuade him.
It's still trash bags, but
Do it.
I can't quite remember how to do it. Oh,
Just
D20.
roll me a d20 for you, sir.
plus your persuasion on your list,
Tazzol, you are not capable of persuading him to go cheaper.
which is your charisma modifier. Yeah.
Okay, Jerry, he is
Nice.
absolutely willing to give you one for 500. He's like, yeah, sure, why not? I guess so. Just to get you, like, out of the store, you creepy little gnome.
Hunter, hearing him say no to Tazzol, Kendra's gonna try and intimidate him.
Roll me an intimidation check.
Just by glaring at him and just being like, fucking
All right.
bitch.
And so after giving a discount to Jerry and then not to Tazzol, Kendra gives a glare and he goes, yeah, well, I guess since I'm giving you one for 5, I can give you one for 5 too.
She gives off like this murderous aura, says and glares at this man.
So both of you will get a gene splicer for 500. So you can reduce your money by 500. Kendra, are you going to buy the third? So you have one as well? I know you wanted to mix Fister with something.
Fuck it, why not?
Duskull makes some really dope
Duskull
fusions.
makes some sick fucking shit, dude. I think
Do
he's
you
one
need
of the
to-
coolest.
Give
need to-
Josh an example of Dusk Char.
Duskull plus Charmeleon.
Dusk. I'm trying to come up with a name.
Duskull and
Dusk.
Charmeleon?
Duskmeleon.
Duskguard.
Oh, you want to see what the Charizard?
Duskguard. Yes.
Okay,
Show
so
him
Duskull plus Charizard. So this is what would happen if we fully evolve Firebolt without allowing Mr. Fister to evolve and fuse them together. I will show you in the roll 20 right here. Let me roll this guy here, boom, and then I'll throw him out in the middle. This is a Duskull Charizard.
Look at that.
Oh, that's pretty dope.
Isn't that sick?
That's pretty sweet. I like that.
And then you like mix their types.
There's
together.
so many though. There are some that are a lot better than that. The Charizard one is okay, but there are some that are like so fucking good.
The Doduo one's pretty fucking cool too.
Duskull
The JoJo one.
Duskull makes really good fusions.
What how far does it go? Which game does it end at?
It's a little random. Gen 5 in general,
5, yeah.
so black and white in general, but some things are come and go from. Yeah.
Okay.
If you miss, if the Pokemon you want to fuse isn't in there, we can still fuse it. It just has to go through the generator that's a little less interesting.
Alright, so mine went from, if I was going to do that, it'd be 3,000 for the Pokeballs, 500 for
And
the
500 for the fuser.
so
Uh-huh.
3,500.
So each of you spent 500 on the fuser. Yeah, you spent 3,500 total. It comes with a little warning on the box. It goes, warning, process not currently known to be reversible. Duskull also makes some really fucking sad fusions, though.
Oh my god, show the Cubone one.
Was that a Duskull fusion? Let me see. Cubone.
No, it was.
I don't think this was the fusion. I don't think this is the one you're thinking of, but I'll show
Oh
it
no,
anyway.
I'm thinking of Kangaskhan, aren't I?
Yeah, actually, they're not as... Wow, that's fucking cool, though. I want to show it anyway just now because I have pulled it up. This is what Cubone looks like when mixed with Duskull. It becomes fucking satanic.
Jesus.
Yes!
Oh yeah, dude, what? That's
What was the one that made Kangaskhan sad as fuck?
It's Duskull and Kangaskhan.
It's
It is, I'm telling you.
Cubone Kangaskhan.
Yeah, I know.
yeah.
So yeah, not Duskull, it's Cubone Kangaskhan.
It's Cubone Kangaskhan?
Yeah. So here's Cubone Kangaskhan.
Oh,
Yeah, it becomes like an undead. Or
It's so not okay.
whatever. Is it crying? Oh, it is crying.
Yeah.
It's
She's
got a
crying.
dead baby.
It's about to fucking dizzy punch the shit out of people.
Like you made its baby undead, so it's like fuck. Or the opposite of that is now you have an abandoned baby.
Oh, is that the opposite?
Show the abandoned baby, yeah.
This is the abandoned baby.
Oh,
It becomes a purple Cubone. It's so sad.
that's sad.
No,
and cool at the same time.
no, that's not what it's meant to be. It's meant to be the baby Kangaskhan. Because Kangaskhan always carries the babies around in their pouches.
Mhm.
That's what it's supposed to be.
I know, but it basically looks like a purple Cubone because it's just so sad.
So, Joshua, since you don't really know Pokemon, Cubone is a mystery to many people. Cubone wears the skull of its mother on its head, and
its
many
mother was the Charizard.
No, a Cubone is a Pokemon, a baby Pokemon that wears the skull of its mother on its head, and the Pokemon community predicts that it is meant to be a big baby Kangaskhan that wears its mother's head that transforms from a Kangaskhan into a Cubone. So
Okay, I got the Pokemon wrong, but I've heard about that one before through.
So if a Kangaskhan's if the mother dies, it becomes a Cubone.
That's adorable in the saddest way possible.
Yeah.
it is not adorable. That's fucking
It's
Yeah,
it's so tragic.
so devastating.
What was this item called again? I should double check.
Gene splicer.
Spicer.
Or DNA splicer, yeah. Which is,
I had to write it on my next page because I didn't have enough room on my top. So I have to remember that is down there.
Alright.
the other group picked up this item like 2 months ago, and they still haven't fused anything because they're terrified of wasting it. It's like I hate this shit because I give you guys a rare item and then you do the fucking video game thing where you hoard the shit and you never use it.
It's weird because it's like you want to use it, but then you can't reverse it. So what if? I don't know. That's a tough one.
Not known to be reversible.
Not known to rest. Right. That's right.
I mean, it's not. No.
All right, you guys all good? I think I'm loaded up. Thank God I got
Wait.
that win, dude. I got paid, got that win.
How soon can we use the Gene Splicer?
Oh god, he wants to use it now?
Use it right away.
Immediately.
Yeah.
All right.
Anybody.
Remember that Mudbray I got last time we played?
Oh no! What are you doing to the
Fuck.
I want to fuse the Murkrow with the Mudbray.
All right, so this is not going to be as cool, but I will generate it nonetheless. Hold on, we go Pokemon. I will show it to you before you make your choice.
Okay.
It's probably going to be one of the ones that hasn't been drawn yet by the artist that does these fusions.
Because depending on how this looks, I might hold back on that for a little while.
Yeah.
But I am kind of curious.
They have
Well,
a
this
Gen
particular generator doesn't feature Mudbray, so that's why I have to. Anyway, so you're not going to fuse anything right now. All right. Does anybody else want to fuse anything or look at fusing
No.
possibilities?
I'll be looking at these later.
Because now you have a fusion charge. Kendra, you don't want to say goodbye to Mr. Fister after all that crap?
No, I do not. I love him just the way he is.
But he makes such good fusions.
I know.
Maybe I'll have to do that with Grey Wind and
You can probably afford 626 doesn't make very good fusions, but you can probably afford to fuse. Anyway, you have lots to think about now. So we just got done shopping.
yeah.
Correct.
We spent like 20 minutes on this. But still, totally worth
20.
it when you spend it. If you're gonna do it, it's a
20.
big thing.
We spent 30 minutes on this. We've killed entire sessions on this before.
That's true. Alright, I'm gonna, what am I gonna do?
When I first found out about this concept, me and Kennedy spent like 2.5 hours doing this.
After game. After game. Hunter, this is the only one I'm considering because it fits with the name. Give it a second.
It fits with what?
That is the only one I am considering because it fits with the name.
Oh, Jesus. It's like you just gave him a body. He's like, prepare to catch these hands.
It fits with the name.
They don't call me Fister for nothing. Yeah. Fucking do it.
Hold on, I need to. Oh dear God.
What would he even be? What would he even be weak to?
I have no idea.
It's a really weird type. I don't think that type exists.
He's not weak to anything. He's
Gotta be weak to something. Yeah, he takes 2 times from 4 types, but they're kind of obscure. So he's only super effective to Flying Ghost, Psychic Fairy in that form. That's pretty solid. That's. I mean, I'm sold, man.
No, I'm not doing that to my baby.
Do it. Fuck him over.
No.
He'll be so happy. He'll have fucking arms for the first time in his life.
He has arms. He will receive arms later in life.
He has no arms right now. Did you see the evolve form when he gets the next form? Like you leave him alone and evolve his fusion. He gets even happier. He looks so pleased with himself.
I know. When it's a Machamp, you mean?
Yeah, he looks so happy.
Yeah.
He's like, yes, I am the greatest.
I am God. Fear me. Oh my God! Hold on. I need to see.
All I was missing was arms, and now I'm God.
Dusk Noir. Champ.
He becomes ripped as shit.
Oh my God! What the fuck? It's just
All
a
right.
Dusk Noir, but with 4 arms. Okay. I need
So we
to
have
stop
been-
this.
We have been shopping. Where do we want to go next?
Let's go into the woods.
Okie dokie.
You know, we haven't actually been for a while too, along with going towards the woods. We haven't been to the ocean at all.
Not in a really long time. No, we have not.
'Cause I know there's some stuff I want to catch out there, but we can, it's not. It's gonna be kind of tough. Because
Where do we agree to go?
it's an electric, but it's in the water.
Where did we agree to go?
Actually, you know a place that we've never been?
I need a Weedle, guys. I need a Weedle.
You know a place that we have never been?
Well, for Jerry, that's everywhere. But where?
A prairie or meadow?
You're right. Let's do it.
Because
Here we
you're
go,
not
guys.
in a very meadowous region. The only meadows are fucking ages away.
So we're in Orbaro. So.
So you want to figure it out? I'll take care of it now. Excuse me? So where you guys want to go? The closest like prairies are in like 215-ish, which is like across the fucking region. The Safari Zone in Pastoria City probably has such things too.
Alright, do you want to go find a meadow prairie or something? If we can.
Now it's gonna be like 5 sessions of traveling.
Or do you want to do the ocean? Because we're in what? Orbaro? Orbaro doesn't have any oceans nearby, though.
Harbor doesn't have any oceans either. You've got 2 towns, 2 towns west. They
Yeah.
can't believe.
Let's just go in the woods for now. We'll do it later. I was just looking for a horse, but
Yeah.
You want a horse?
I mean, I already have
You want
technically,
Right?
I already have
You
Tempest.
already have the fire horse?
No, that was
No,
Tyler, I
that
think.
was
Tyler.
Heinrich.
Heinrich.
You need your own fire horse.
I
Correct.
will help her out with that. Let's go do that. Let's head out. 'Cause...
You bitches aren't level 12 yet. You can't request specific Pokemon.
No, we're not.
Tazzle, no, it's fine. We can go into the forest and you can get your Weedle. Get a Caterpie while you're at it. Might as well get the set.
I don't have a Caterpie. I don't have a Caterpie. Atticus
I
ate
know,
that one
that's
and
why
ripped
I'm
its head
saying get
off.
both.
What about you, Jerry? What are you looking for? You don't know any Pokemon. But what type of creatures would you like to add to your team?
I do not know enough about Pokemon to be able to give an answer, but I'm gonna build an army.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
You're like what I am doing.
Is there a specific type you'd like to look for that you might want to add to your line?
Is
Dragon
there a-
types would be pretty cool.
Oh, that's not till ages away.
Well,
And,
it depends what
yeah.
you find.
I'll just grab what I can take then. Really, anything that I can throw into the mixer, fuse together.
Yeah.
There are a couple I could find in a forest, but
He's looking for fusion fodder.
Pretty much, yeah.
So you guys are in Orboro City right now. Are you going to go back to Eternia City to go into Eternia Forest, or are you going to go into the random woods on Route 206, which you know to be particularly mountainous?
I would say let's do Eterna Forest because we've only been in there. Technically, I've been in there twice. One to save Tazzle's life, and the other time we got gleeked. So let's do Eterna Forest.
You got gleeked. I like that term.
So
What if I
do
you
as we go,
again?
though, I'm going to. I think I'm gonna switch out Nickelback. Before we do that, I'm gonna switch out Nickelback.
Whoa.
You bastard.
For
For who?
think.
For who
I'm
is the
gonna
question?
bring- I think I'm gonna bring. Oh, I should bring Meat Meat, but I think I'm gonna bring Tinder with me today.
Oh, bring in the girlfriend.
Yeah.
Too
You
bad
don't
I
even have the other one. You don't have the other one with you. All right. So,
don't have soul.
Tazzle, we've long rested. Are you using your abilities to send everyone to the next city, or are we walking?
Oh.
You can call two birds at once and get us there.
Well,
Okay.
technically, if you put all your Pokemon away, we only need one bird because Tazzle can become weightless and Jerry can become weightless too. So there's really only one person.
Well, fine. Well, obviously we'd put our Pokemon away because fucking Asmodeus weighs 300 pounds.
Yeah. Well,
He does him on his own. The bird's like, fuck no.
all right, we'll do that.
Eterna!
Is that what we're doing? Are we boxing up our Pokemon and flying on the back of a bird, which will terrify the fuck out of Jerry because if he accidentally turns into a gas, he's like,
Yeah.
Hey!
We're doing it.
Say nothing.
Tazzle,
Yep.
in your mind of summoning birds, who do you think of? That's fucking helpful.
We have Pidgeot,
Pidgeot, Fearow, Braviary,
Hero.
and Staraptor.
Staraptor that big? Is he really that big?
Yeah.
Not normally.
Oh, that's right. They grow bigger than normal. We'll do. We'll do a Staraptor today.
Okay.
It's my favorite of the.
It is also my favorite of the three. The only bird that learns close combat and just fucks your shit up.
I know. I don't think I've even seen one to catch, even if I wanted one.
Well, no, you would not
Forest,
see
then.
the baby version.
Oh, I mean the baby, even the baby versions. That's what I meant. Even the baby versions.
This is gonna be fun. Jerry's gonna try and figure out how to catch Pokemon.
Unbelievably large Staraptor appears. The edgy bird, edgy Gen 4 bird.
What the hell's you?
I will say this. I have been talking a lot, but let's say in game, Kendra just agreed. She's like, yeah, okay, we can go forest. That is all she said. She's like, sure, whatever.
Sounds good.
Sweet. All right, so yep,
Pokemon
very
Ball.
large Staraptor is going to appear and just yoink everyone.
Yeah.
Jerry, I'm assuming
I
you
pulled
agree to
all
put.
my guys out to our back. build them all.
I'm assuming you. Okay, so Jerry puts Asmodeus away. You all hop on the back of Giant Bird, and away we go. Change scenes to Eternia Forest. I gotta delete the other guys. You guys will appear in the top right, deposited in the middle of a forest. Welcome.
This looks familiar.
Yeah.
As it should.
Good times, good times.
You were gleeked last time you were here.
Correct.
So who's looking around and how you doing it?
I will proceed to. I'll do a perception then.
And what are you looking for?
Natural 1, 'cause I ain't working.
Yeah, it is dense ass forest. You see nothing.
I'm gonna whisper to Mr. Fister and have him look in the area to see if he can find any marks or
Any what mark?
scorch
Oh,
or any warm places, not warm places that have been fired. And
I already can have fire. Make one.
yeah, I was gonna say, and then while he's all looking, I'll have Firebolt look for places that are.
Okay, places that are warm. Okay, so have a perception check from Fister and one from Firebolt.
I will do Fister first because that is who first.
Yeah, I'll have Chloe look afterwards, but I'll wait for her first.
Is that perception?
I did. Okay, and then Firebolt is looking for a place that is warm. Oh, please roll. Oh, please roll. I hope you're about to roll. I hope so. Oh, come on. Come on.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I'm so excited.
No, Jesus.
Mr. Fister manages to find himself. You guys are going to hate me so much. Mr. Fister manages to find himself evidence of a long past scorch mark, but it is on the ground, and as he points it out to you, you realize it is a campfire that has long since been extinguished. Whatever you want to do with that. Meanwhile, you browse the area that Firebolt. He's like, He's like looking. He's like, this is warm. This is particularly warm. He's like basking in it. And as you approach closer, Kendra, make me a perception check.
I swear to God.
What? You don't know what I did yet. Okay, well, Kendra, it takes you a minute to realize it. You got pretty close before you realize it, but the warmth that he is feeling is like rhythmic bursts, like.
What?
And as you pay very close attention, you see two gaps on the side of the stone face opening and releasing hot air and then closing.
I'm going to investigate this.
Roll it. Has anybody puzzled out what's happening here yet?
I have no fucking idea.
Fantastic.
I feel like it's a giant volcano creature.
Yeah, so Kendra, as you get close, these slits that are opening and closing are in fact nostrils, and you can make out the rest of the head. And as you pay close attention to what is breathing in the wall, you become aware of what it is.
Why
No
does this
fucking
happen
way!
to
Are
me?
you shitting me right now?
Why does
That's
this
legit.
always happen to me?
Because you keep rolling shit investigation checks with perfect prompts. What am I supposed to do? Let me look for something that's warm. Ooh, if she fails this, she's going to find the breath of a big monster.
That's fucking cool. Goddamn.
So this thing is asleep, and its snout is sticking out of the rock face, and that's the warmth that Firebolt is now basking in. And he does not realize this, but you have, as you've traced the rest of the outline and realized that the entire cliff face is in fact a creature that is currently asleep.
I'm gonna go up. I'm gonna grab Firebolt, turn around, and literally just say nope, and just walk away.
She noped the fuck out. What the fuck?
Hunter, you know why from what I told you.
What do you mean?
You know why.
You can't handle any more bullshit right now?
I want that Pokemon so bad.
I will tell the others, and that is all. I will investigate the campfire.
Okay, so you're not even gonna. So Tazzol and Jerry, you've been told of a mammoth-sized creature that is an entire hillside in and of itself that is asleep up the path, and Kendra has decided not to deal with that shit. Are either of you going to go poke the bear?
Jerry, with his bottle of whiskey, throws another sip back and then nudges Asmodeus in the direction of the mammoth-like creature.
Jeez.
All right,
We're gonna
Asmodeus goes
die.
rotting down the path.
Can I
And you,
look for a look for a weasel or something? Something else?
Chloe can go look for birds. If you're looking for a specific species, it's going to be awfully hard. But yeah, you can go look for birds. Jerry, you arrive at the nostril-esque hole in the cliffside, and you can see rhythmic breathing that is causing the cliff to go.
Is
Don't.
Do it. Don't listen to them. Do what you want.
I don't know what I can do.
Do what Jerry would do. Do whatever you want. What do you think when you see a living cliffside? What would Jerry do?
Become Jerry. What would Jerry do?
Chloe got an 18.
Jerry's just keeping drinking. He's just looking at it right now.
Chloe got an 18. Nice. He's like, huh, that's pretty cool.
Pretty
Tazzol,
much.
roll me 2d8s. And Kendra, from investigating the burnt out campfire, you can tell whoever was here left only a couple days ago. And there's evidence of creatures coming and going from this as they've stepped through the soot and left trails off into the forest.
Got it. I'm gonna send Fister out again. See if you can find any other.
3 and a 2.
Not great. Never know.
All right, well, I think you'll be impressed by what you have found in the forest. Roll me, as Chloe points, a perception at advantage, as this thing is camouflaged.
Chloe, perception advantage. Okay.
No, you Tazzle at advantage.
Oh, okay. Me perception advantage. Okay.
Oh Jesus! Even with advantage, you did shit. All right, it takes you a minute to notice, and even Tinder is oblivious, even though it's sitting right in front of it. But there is a dapper little bow-tied owl on the other side of this tree that Chloe has sort of indicated.
Aww. It's a Rowlet.
Hello.
What was that roll from Fister there?
To investigate to find places further like this campfire.
More campfires. All right.
Not more campfires, but places like it. More places that are scorched.
Mm-hmm. In the local area, it seems to be the only scorch he can identify. Though he does indicate that there is something similar going on in a clearing about a couple hundred feet into the forest.
I will follow.
Right, and off Kendra disappears alone into the forest. Fantastic. Meanwhile, Jerry, poke the bear or no poke the bear? What do you want to do?
Jerry pulls out the his Murkrow and
Jesus.
sends
Okay.
it flying to check out the surrounding area, looking for specifically shadowy areas.
Specifically dark area, so not poke the bear.
Nope, not poking the bear right now.
All right, nobody wants to poke the bear. I'm severely disappointed.
I kind of want to.
I really wanted to, but I had to put myself in Kendra's. I had to put myself in Kendra's shoes, and I know as much as she wanted to, she would have been like, "Fuck this," and just fucking left because she's so pissed off that this shit
Wait,
keeps happening.
How
Just on
extensive,
the what's that?
how extensive is the process of catching something like this?
Okay, something like this. Very.
There was a reason I bought Ultra
Impossible.
Balls with me.
Would you like to know? I will ask as a group vote here. Would we like to know what the catch roll is for it in its current state before you weaken it?
No,
Well,
We
I
gotta-
said
we
I
gotta-
no.
don't mind.
there are two
mean-
more people.
Normally I said no, but it's kind of up to Josh if he'd never. 'Cause he's
Oh,
never been here for
so-
years.
Yeah, but Tazzol, you have to vote too. Do we want to know this or do we want to know? Not want to know. I can tell you after the session when it's no longer an option to try and catch it too.
Okay, no, we'll just hold off, I guess.
yeah, sounds good.
Is that,
Oh,
what is
so-
that, how does that ring for you, Kendra?
That's fine.
Okay.
So yeah,
I'll give
I'll
you
just
some restriction when we're done.
I'm not fucking with a Mega Torterra today.
I'm not. You're like, nope, no, absolutely fuck everything about that. Moving
Like,
on.
She just looks at. I will say this because this is what went through my mind. So as soon as Kendra stumbles upon this, she just kind of is just like, "Are you kidding me right now?" Like she
Kendra's
just remembers everything that happened yesterday with Master and everything that went down, and she's like, "There's another one."
There's another one everywhere.
And then fucking left.
You just happen to fly directly from the layer of one into the layer of another one and find them both. Kendra has a secret ability which is like fucking find the primordial radar.
I feel like since Jerry has the beard of justice, I should have the primordial beard, the
primordial
guardian detector ability.
The primordial beard. Oh, I see what it is. So Kendra immediately grows a 3-foot beard and it like
No.
it points like a compass in the direction of the nearest.
Oh, God.
I said primordial detector. Okay.
All right, so you have. I will allow once again a group vote here. A secret ability that Kendra won't even know about, which increases her odds of accidentally running into guardians.
I like that idea.
It's up to
It's like
Taz.
the Murphy's
surprise.
Law generator.
Well, I guess. I suppose, yeah.
What are we calling you, gift? You can say no, Tazzle.
It doesn't inherently do anything for you, Kendra. It just increases the odds of bullshit like this happening. And the wall is alive.
I tripped over a log. Oh, okay. That's a tail.
Oh, that's not great. You might as well be walking on the sun. All right. So Freya, I'm going to need a perception check as Freya, Jerry. And Kendra, as you get closer to this scorch mark that supposedly Wizard Fizzer has called out, it is a still burning little ember on the floor. Recently shot by something as an attack. And you see the recipient of the attack is a scorched Weedle.
What?
Who is fucking dead.
Oh, it's dead. Okay.
Oh, it's dead.
You
It's dead.
son of a bitch! No!
Literally the one Pokemon.
The one I
that
was
fucking-
looking for!
The one that Dazzle was looking for. I stumbled across and it's fucking
He
dead.
killed it! I tried to
It's
revive it.
It's dead as hell. It is missing a significant portion of what it once was. It is dead as hell.
Seeing as none of my Pokemon are interested in eating this Weedle, I will bury the Weedle.
You dig it a little hole and dig it a shallow grave.
I'll be like, May you rest in peace. And then go.
Rest in peace. You got annihilated, little bug.
And then I'll have Firebolt attempt to track the fire to its source.
Well, its source is a smoldering little pile on the ground.
No, you know what I mean. Like, whatever left the fire.
So Firebolt needs to make a survival check to track something. All right, Tazzol, you have a little bird sitting up in a tree watching you very closely.
I'll wave up to it. See if it notices me.
It looks down at you and is like, hoot.
Fuck me!
I'll send Tinder
Firebolt does not know where the flame came from.
and see if it wants to have a little scuffle.
Hoot. It seems to look at the creature that you are sending out against and go, hoot.
Insight check. What the fuck does that mean? No.
You can try.
Yeah, I'll try it because I haven't used that very often.
Hoot.
Alright. It's only intelligence. Oh no, it's wisdom. That's right. That's fine. I know.
No, so Firebolt does not find the source. Jerry, were you able to... Hey, you did it. All right. So Freya rolled an 8. So what is Freya's bonus? Let me help you figure that out. If we go on the website and look at Murkrow for you. Murkrow wisdom should be +2 from what that is. So she rolled a 10.
Depends on what her nature is, though.
That's true. What is her nature? Does it bonus wisdom?
Let's see. Nature for the Merc. No, it's skittish. So +2 dexterity.
-2 what?
Minus
Strength.
2 what?
-2
Okay.
strength.
So it is +2. +2 by default. Could be more once you distribute stats, but we'll get there when we get there. +2 for now is a 10. Freya manages to show you that there is a pretty good little batch of trees off just a little ways where there's like very little sunlight coming through the leafage. So your insight check is a 12. As far as you can tell, it is acknowledge what it is you want. Whether it is okay with it or not, you do not know. Do with that information what you will.
I'm gonna have... This is kind of a fun idea, I guess. Even though Experiment 626 has the lowest survival rate, I like the idea, so I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna have him separate, basically, from himself.
Okay.
And kind of just, like, do a grid search. So that way it's doubling the perimeter. Kind of looking.
Sounds like a really good idea. Go ahead and give it a try.
Okay, we'll see how good it is. Great, lovely.
He wanders around for a little bit, and you can see like he's fighting every time the grid crosses. He's fighting the urge to get like yoinked back together. He's like, eh. So he starts looking around. He doesn't come up with much more information than Firebolt. He's like, well, it didn't like leave a trail. Like it bitch slapped a Weedle and fucked off.
So Kendra, when they come back, Kendra's just gonna sigh, and she's gonna look at Fister, and she's gonna be like, "Find him." That's all she's gonna say to him. He's got +4. There you go.
He's gonna look. He's gonna try. What is he going to use to look around?
Who knows? He's a ghost.
Yes, but it does not mean he's not omniscient. He does not necessarily know everything.
Let's just say he goes in the general direction of where the fire came from, and he's like, "Oh, okay." Where neither of the other two went.
So there is little evidence as to where the fire came from, but Fister uses his smarter than it should be noggin, and he's like, he looks at the way the Weedle was hit, and he's like, huh, so it was like from above. Yeah. He starts hovering up the side of the cliff. He's like, it's probably up here.
There's a
You
cliff
can't see.
there?
There's a little like ledge, yeah. Like that Weedle would not have been able to climb this ledge. All right, and then Jerry, you are in a darkened cove.
Alrighty.
What is it you wish to do here?
I'm gonna send out my lit wick to light up.
So you can go into your journal and drag those out anytime you want. By the way, so that's the third dot on the top. So you have chat. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, cool.
There's Steve.
So I've pulled out
Steve, the
Steve.
female Litwick.
Yep. To light up the area, just to see what there is to see.
Yes, and whose life force is being used as fuel for this lighting?
Mine.
Your own. Fantastic. It is the richest fuel, as Steve generates a ridiculously luminescent purple glow, which turns what was a dark cove into a very bright little spot. And you see, roll me 2d8, very pissed off sleeping, was in the dark.
D8. Oh shit, hang on. Click
What did he piss off? Tazzle, by the way, the little leaf bird's like, hoot. It's like looking at the little tinder, he goes, hoot.
Alright.
Kind of like nods to him, like, hoot hoot.
I think I only get like a 12 or 13 on that roll for insight.
What the fuck was that? A 1? Freya rolled a 6-6. What?
I was supposed to roll that as Steve. My bad.
Well, do you want to keep 6-6 or do you want to keep 1-6?
I'll keep 1-6.
All right, 1-6 it is. All right, you see a very... that is such a cool creature to roll. Oh my god. You see a little bug-like creature, or what you perceive to be a bug-like creature.
Swear to God, if it's a fucking...
If this is a fucking Weedle.
It's not.
Oh, it's a Fermentus. Dope. Okay.
Oh yeah. That's cool too.
It's a little like it's like a little baby praying mantis.
I haven't catching up some Pokemon Go lately.
It's very upset that you disturbed its sleep.
Don't know
It's
why
looking
it's
over at you like,
middle of
the
the
fuck? Like, the fuck, dude. The fuck. The fuck is your problem?
Alright, how do I go about catching said Pokemon? Or
You can
using it?
fight it and try to weaken it, or you can just yeet a Pokeball at the bitch as it stands.
Or you can try and talk to it and get it so that way it's friendly and wants
Oh,
to
you
act.
can also try to schmooze it to make the catch easier. That's also an option.
There are many, many options.
Alright, what do you mean by schmooze it? Do I have to do the mustache twirl thing again?
You can try to persuade it that you're not an asshole and it should come with you, or you can just try to make it happy like you would make any animal happy.
I'm just gonna yeet a Pokeball at it.
All right, we're doing this the hard. We can do this the easy way or the hard way.
Or the
choice is
medium
yours.
way.
I am Jerry. I do everything the hard way.
That's the option you're presenting this Semantics. You're like, look, I like you. I want you. We can do this the easy way.
Alright, old Greg.
So I need you to make an animal handling check. So what's your wisdom?
My wisdom?
Mhm.
Shit. What was my wisdom?
+2, I think.
Yeah, that sounds
So
right.
+2, and then you're automatically proficient, so you get +5. So I need you to roll me a d20 +5, and are you using a regular Pokeball?
Yep.
So it's just a d20 +5.
Alrighty.
And you need to beat the... That is
Math.
Nope. I mistyped. Shit, my bad. Hang on.
I didn't even know it could do math.
We figured this out last time.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
It was late. It was like 11 o'clock. There we go.
You had to fuck it up. You just had to. All right, well, the creature demonstrates one of its abilities as it turns those little arms into knife-like razors and just chops your Pokeball in half.
We're done.
Yeah. That is to say that you did not roll high enough
No.
to catch it.
Come on, baby.
Jerry's just like, but that's how I got all the others.
Like, that's bullshit.
Can I just blindly repeat? How many Pokeballs do I have, actually? Is it
I mean,
five?
you had 5, now you have 4.
Oh, yeah, 4, yep.
Alright.
Kendra, roll me D10 plus a D6. And Tazzle, you gonna fight this bird, or are you just gonna sit there and be like, "Cool."
Yeah, we're gonna do this.
Sneak attack? Go ahead and attack him then. See what he does.
He's gonna start it off with a quick attack. So that's
That, not a D10 plus 6, a D10 plus a D6.
Oh, Jesus. Be more
So
specific.
I got an 8. Give me a D6. What do you mean specific? I said exactly what I wanted.
You said a D10 plus 6.
plus a D6. God damn it. Whatever. All right. 8 and a 3. Tinder, what the fuck was that roll?
that was the that was quick attack.
Quick attack, my favorite move.
Oh, Jesus H. Christ. All right. Kendra, Mr. Fister leads you to the lair. What is that? 8 plus
3.
3. Oh, wow. Really? You lucky bitch. There's
Oh, back
no
up,
way.
please.
There's no fucking way, right? That is hilarious. Well, Kendra's about to shit a brick. All right.
In a good
There's-
way or in a bad way?
There is a buggy creature
Buggy?
facing the wall in a little cove. And it takes you a minute to recognize it. But you're like, holy shit. Is that
No.
what I think it is?
No fucking way. Yes!
Oh,
Yes! Yes!
Whoa, these things are beefy as fuck.
I was just looking at one of my Pokemon. They were like literally right above them.
Holy shit, really?
Once I switched it out.
Fucking love Larvesta. Come on!
Holy fuck. Really?
It's got me around, I think. That's where I last saw it.
It has so much health. What the fuck? What the fuck?
Larvestas are tanks. They're literally, like, huge.
I mean, they're weak to like 20. Oh, he's only weak to 3 types. I thought he was weak to a million. He's only weak to 3 types.
Indeed.
Well, this Pokemon is believed to have been born in the sun. So, here you go. And now it's a bug in the middle of the forest. And it's just sleeping. Jerry, you gonna eat another Pokeball?
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep eating till I get something here.
Well, roll another one for me.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna do one more round around here, and then we're gonna probably call it a night now that Kendra knows what she's looking at.
Let's
Not a
see.
Ponyta, but I'll take it.
Not a Ponyta, but it's pretty dope. I think it will still be big enough to.
You
No, I
know,
won't.
Larvestas are huge.
Larvestas are large creatures, yeah. How big is this actual bug? It's a big bug, I think. It's
Big
a 3.5 foot, 70-pound bug.
Yep. Like a medium-sized dog.
It's a medium-sized dog, but it's a slug.
But that can run 25 miles an hour.
That was
So you rolled that as Freya,
Yep, my bad.
but so what is the catch? What is the catch chance here? The catch chance is. You fucking tied it. All right. It tries to cut your slash. Or it tries to cut or slash your fucking Pokeball. And is unsuccessful. And in the effort to do so, it gets fucking caught by it. And it upsets the thing deeply, but it is caught at full health by your bullshit.
Perfect.
It has never. I have disappointed my whole family. And that whole. It's very upset.
Now, after doing that, can Jerry make a move back towards the bigger Pokemon yet?
He sure can if he wants to.
All right. Jerry, still atop Asmodeus, puts Steve away and Freya, and trots on back.
Wait, Hunter. He has to make the choice.
Oh yeah, I forgot you still have 4. Hey Jerry.
What?
As you catch another Pokemon, the 4 Pokeballs that are in your possession and the 5th one on the ground start shaking violently.
Nobody tell him.
I just load him back into the beer and take another swig of whiskey and keep heading towards the cliff.
Which Pokeball do you touch first?
The one that was flashed is also an option.
They all are shaking.
All right, I touch Pokeball 3 first, I suppose.
Who is in Pokeball 3?
I have no goddamn clue.
Well, tell me whose Pokeball you would like to touch first.
Oh, all right. I'm gonna touch the Hondur Pokeball first.
All right. It turns into a small ball of light and blips out of existence. Now Fomantis is on your team, and Cerberus has gone back to the PC.
What the fuck?
Yep, that's the trick. We all ran into it.
So since you're trolled now, every single time you catch a Pokemon and your team is currently full, you have to either send back the Pokemon you caught back to the PC, or send one back to the PC from your party. So since you grabbed Houndour's ball first, you sent your Houndour back to the PC, and now the Fomantis.
It doesn't hurt too much because, I mean, you have a full health Pokemon right now.
Yeah,
So you're
either way.
supposed to send back as if it's like at 10 health. We're not going to keep
It's actually pretty good because a lot of Pokemon on your team, actually most of your team, are Dark types. 3 out of the 4 are Dark types, so needed a little bit of expansion.
No, Asmodeus is Ghost.
Yeah, I said 3 out of the.
Oh, you're
wait.
right. There's the Murkrow, Cerberus, and
No, not the Laywick. Okay, so half
Yeah, that's-
is 4.
2 Ghosts, 2 Darks. But yes, you can, the long and the short of what they said, you can only carry 4 Pokemon at your level. So, yeah. But I think that's what we're gonna call the session for today. I can't stay as late today, so we'll come back next week, pick up where we are right now in the forest with Tazzol. Actually, I'm gonna play one more. I forgot Tazzol. You get one more round of combat with this thing. You did a quick attack. You didn't get your action, so we have a full set to go here.
Yep.
What is Tinder doing as an action?
He did a peck and it was only a 12.
So he did a peck and he missed. This creature is going to retaliate your hostility. It's like, all right, fuck you, dude. And it's going in for a peck of its own. It's going to roll for me a d20 plus a 3. Of course, because
That'll do, Donkey.
fuck you, that's why. And you get a d6 plus 4 of damage. You get 9 points of flying damage, Tinder.
Wow.
That's a big peck. It's got a big beefy beak. Wham!
Damn.
It's like, oh, you're gonna peck me, huh? Wham! Let's take one more round of combat because that was our first one. So, Tinder, what are you doing in retaliation?
So it's quick attack again.
Followed by
And then we'll try the peck again.
negative. And it's gonna retaliate with a peck of its own. It's like, fine, you want a peck? Go on, peck, bitch? Oh my god!
That's the same one. Oh no.
Correct. That is the
You
same.
want a peck, bitch? Have 6 more peck damage.
Wow.
Don't fuck with a Rowlet.
I know, I want one.
And so we'll see how that goes. But Tinder's getting fucked up.
We'll do.
And that's the session for today, folks.
Questions, comments, concerns.
Yes, this is the time for questions, comments, concerns. Josh, welcome to the group. First day back. We will continue to build out your Pokemon as we go here. There's still some more work to do, but I didn't want to spend too much time since we were already half hour behind working on that today.
Understandable. Sorry about being a little bit late today.
I told him it was my fault. Don't worry.
That wasn't your fault. I had to watch too.
Okay.
But yeah, I'll be